Hello.
Hello.
Yay.
We are
I'm here
here
this time.
Yeah,
Quark has arrived.
Surprise!
Quark
I
is
missed the actual
here.
important finale, but I am here for the super bosses.
Yeah. We do not have Frogdoor right now. I don't know if they'll be here. But they might not. But it's super bosses stuff, so it's all
There's no
superfluous.
dialogue. Who gives a
Yeah,
shit?
there's a minimal dialogue. Gonna be minimal dialogue tonight. But so what we're gonna do to start?
There's probably some
Hey,
trash talking if we
Zikori.
win.
Glad to have
If
you
we
here.
win.
Yes, welcome Zikori. I saw your comment on the last one, and I meant to leave a response saying like, well, good news, we're gonna be doing more of it like real soon and all that, but then I forgot because that's just how
You
my
didn't
brain
miss an
works.
important stream. I wasn't there.
We don't need to do what I'm currently doing, which is breaking into what's her face's Carmina's room, but
Oh, petty theft.
Again?
That's what we're doing.
we're
Haven't
doing
we
it
done
out
this
of
already?
choice, but yeah, no, that's the same as before. But
Why
so
did they teach you how to play?
one of the things that was changed in the 1.1 version is there were some pretty significant changes made to Carmina's luck and how she functions, so she actually isn't such a pushover. So I was thinking that we could do another stream of or another attempt at that.
Another
with-
full stream of
Another
one
full
card.
stream of
Card
just fighting
game.
Carmina. Yeah.
Perfect.
So, what we're gonna start with today.
Our
is-
special 24-hour Carmina fight stream.
So it's an action card game, but you have bugs.
Alright, so what we're gonna be doing with this first part. Hold on, where's my mouse? There's my mouse. Let me turn this down just a touch. There we go. So, what we're gonna be doing to start out with, we're not gonna be reusing the last deck because I want to show off a handful of other cards that we haven't had a chance to use, because they did make a handful of changes to some of these guys as well. I believe they added the Empower for Mother Chomper. I don't remember seeing that. But there's just a handful of little changes.
There's everyone's favorite boss, the Devourer.
I think
Oh,
they've
you
changed the way
every
things
I
single
forgot
one
to
in the game
pull
at this
Monarch's
point,
funny smile. Look at him.
Oh,
Hi, kid.
Blast.
Hold on.
Oh, we have Maki
Like
card
an
now.
Animaniac. Oh my god.
Alright, so what we're gonna be doing, where's the fucking thing I was looking at before? Yeah, so,
Cards for Team Maki now, it looks like.
yeah, so we have Maki, because we spied him. We also have the Wasp King. So Maki is considered a boss, and then, I believe Delilah, or not Delilah, Kina and Yin are both, considered to be mini boss cards, so you can, I believe you can have Maki, Kina, and Yin all on one team if you want to go for the
Nice.
theme.
Synergy.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I believe that is actually the reason that you would pick the three of them, because like there's a boost of like if Maki or if Kina or whatever like that. Wasp King summons 2 wasps. The Everlasting King is just Exodia.
Ooh.
So we're gonna try using him in our deck. Oh yeah, Stratus and Delilah.
9, though.
Yeah, but by that point in the game, you've basically already won. Or like we've made the change of the game a lot. What the fuck am I even brain work, please? And we'll use Carmina because we haven't used her yet, and we'll use Mathiva because Frogdoor's not here, and we need to summon him in spirit. Yeah, Everlasting King is just stall gimmick. Kind of, so you start with 2, let's do a bunch of wasps. We'll do...
Oh no.
Oh no! Wasps!
Oh no! Wasps!
Ah, fuck, wasps.
Ah, shit! Wasps!
Oh god damn it!
Damn it,
Wasps!
Just gets progressively more and more frustrated with it.
What is the name of the second Wasp theme when it gets all dramatic?
What do you mean?
Like, there's Oh No Wasp, and then there's one that played during like the lead up to the Wasp thing and during the siege on the Ant Kingdom. That was a more dramatic version of Oh No Wasp. So I wonder what that one's called.
I think you might be thinking of one of what's it called? Themes where it was with what the frick is the name of it? Ultimax's theme. You might be thinking of that. Also, I can't do anything this turn. That just kind of happens. Ant King. Oh, yeah, that one. I think that might be the one. Oh boy, wasps! It's just total inversion of what was happening previously.
How delightful!
Yeah.
There's wasps.
I don't even know if we're actually gonna get to use the Everlasting King, but I like the idea of there just being an Exodia card. So
It is very good.
yeah,
I'm
even
a
if we
fan.
don't win this, I wanted to do this
With
again.
our terrible card
I
loadout
didn't
here.
really think all that hard about synergy and all that nonsense. Yeah, we are doing awful right now.
Yeah, they're right. That's the song.
Oh, Ant Kingdom Under Attack? Yeah, that was
Why
the...
would you do Leaf Dirty like this?
But, so, one of the interesting... Fucking hell, really? Jesus. Alright, I've decided that after how horrible this round has gone, we are actually going to be doing another round of this, just because I feel bad now, because this has gone to hell in a handbasket.
It's a matter of pride.
Yeah.
And
Deadlander,
Boom like game, but I can only do so much of the bad deck.
It's like my favorite arc from Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds when he's in the prison and like all of his prison friends like have their one card that they snuck into prison with them, even though that they're like banned, because it's like, this is my special card, man. So you gotta like, I'm gonna set it aside as my own thing, and so then they basically all accumulate all these cards for Yusei to use. Because he wouldn't have a deck otherwise to face the Warden with. And he manages to win with this cobbled together deck of cards that absolutely do not match each other even a little bit, which I liked it so much because the deck was very similar to the decks that my siblings and I would put together, because we would just kind of get whatever pulls from whatever things that we had. We didn't really... we couldn't really synergize when we were a kid.
Archetypes.
Also,
Just
we
put all the best ones into one deck.
exactly, yeah. We just
Somehow
barely
we have
scraped
won.
by.
Wow. We didn't
Just-
even use the
Yu-Gi-Oh!
everlasting
Man
gift.
for prison.
I'm trying to remember the names of the exact. New Domino City is the name of the city, and the Satellite is the name of essentially the junkyard where Yusei and his friends lived. And Yusei built a motorbike out of scrap and stuff in there.
Card games on motorcycles.
Yes, it was that generation, which is, well, fucking now he shows up after I can't use him. But yeah, so, but he got arrested for going to New Domino City when he wasn't allowed because he had, there's a weird classist narrative going on in Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds that I don't remember if it actually gets fully explored or not. Also, we didn't fight this guy when we initially fought him, and his getting hurt animation initially did the tournament, but I want to draw special attention to his face when he gets. No talk me Angie.
He's cranky.
Cranky bug. If you beat the Warden in a children's card game, you can just leave. Well, it's more so that...
You can do that in real life, too.
Yeah.
Again, it's a matter of pride. But... Also, wow, we got Exodia in our deck that time, but we didn't even get the chance to use him because he kept having shit plays. Oh yeah, and his whole thing is like, how dare you sully my record? He's perfect, blah 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 blah. But one of the cool things that they added in the patch was the various members of that you can fight in this tournament have like themed teams that they can pull from, so they actually have like a greater degree of synergy. Like one team might have like all spiders, or one of them might have like like a mothfly kind of deck like I was doing, or like a ruffians with like the thieves and all that like I had at one point. So like they're essentially more difficult. It's still not super challenging in the end if you have a decent deck, but like it's still really neat that they went out of their way to do that.
Yeah.
And I think
we should have PvP.
Oh, do you wanna 1v1 me in fucking spy cards? Because that's a thing. That's actually a thing. There's a browser version that you can do, and it's fucking hilarious. Also, I can no longer.
Again, or is that just
Is it-
me?
Yeah,
I
Clue
don't know
was
whose
behind.
internet it is in this case.
It
My internet's
might-
pretty shitty.
It might be me. But
Team viewer is completely frozen. Nope, never mind. It's moved
Now it's
forward
fixed.
to one additional. Okay, it's back now.
okay, I will make some changes in just a little bit then.
Okay.
Just to tidy things up so that it's not as garbage all night. Generally speaking, having footage that is not garbage is preferred over having footage that is garbage. Also,
You can
Janet
just,
has
like,
Janet has 1 heart left, and I could probably get her with just by playing all my other cards, but
Exodia!
it's the principle of the thing. Exodia! Obliterate!
Power!
99. That's one of my favorite things in any game. If you see the numbers just skyrocket, like in Breath of the Wild, when you pick up the one-hit obliterator, like it doesn't just show the attack power go from like 30 to 900 or like 999. It goes from 30 to infinity. Like it just replaces the attack
infinity
icon.
damage.
Exactly. It's so good. It's so funny. Oh boy.
How does it look for you guys, chat? Because I'm not sure. I can't tell how it looks for you. Because for us it looks awful, but I don't know how it's going through on stream.
Yeah, I'm mostly concerned about the.
If it looks fine for you, then who gives a shit about us?
I think what might be doing it is a
Yeah,
combination of. Well, no, I was. Well, now that you put me on the spot like that, I feel bad.
No, it's funny.
No, but so the my bigger concern is with it buffered a bit, but it looks fine. Is that just it buffering by virtue of being on Twitch, or like I don't know, probably some combination of things. Oh yeah, fuck. There was something else that I wanted to do today, because there were a handful of characters that I wanted to talk to that have some unique post-game dialogue, but I know that some very important ones of those are Frogdoor characters, so we're gonna hold off on that until next time, which next time will probably be the final Bug Fable stream, because I don't know how many more we can get out of this, but we have someone very important that we needed to talk to.
Yay! I found Tansy!
I think.
Finally, real
There's one
romance.
grew back.
Yeah.
We are extremely far behind.
Oh boy. I'll.
We are not in the room with Tangerine yet.
Oh fuck.
I am.
Yay! Cherise found me!
Oh, so that's who Tangy was. Glad they found each other in the end.
I thought it was obvious. Why'd you come and find me anyway? Oh, right. I was supposed to take you back to the east where everyone else is right away. Oh, well, I'm much stronger now, so I can head back. But which way's east again? Ah.
If Dragoni's still catching up, must take this line.
I'm catching up.
Oh, you got it?
Almost there. Kind
Oh
of.
no! So why is it loaded for me?
I don't know.
Not for Dragoni?
I don't know. I think for now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna
Give
close
me your nice
out of
Canadian
this.
internet.
Oh man, if you want to talk about nice Canadian things,
Oh god.
I have some words to say, but that'll be for later. Alright, I closed out of Edge, so it might have fixed something? I don't know.
Now we're just completely frozen.
Oh,
I'm just gonna open the stream up.
All right, it's probably been on this text box long enough that you could read it. It's fine.
Oh no, they're both not too smart. Should we help them? We could see their homeland for ourselves.
Let's not.
Yeah.
What the heck?
East is to the left? My left? No, I think it's my left. The right! It's to the right! Oh, mine or yours?
How did these two even walk to Bulgaria by themselves?
Anyway, that's the last thing that these two have to say.
I'm glad to see they're just as stupid as they always are.
Mm-hmm.
Do anything for tattling the sister and other together?
Oh yeah, let's Oh, well, we'll see what they both say.
Andy's horn healed, and these two reunited safely.
I still don't know how that's even possible.
Maybe he just ate a bunch of tangy berries.
Okay, but where did he get so many? They're rare and expensive.
Maybe he has a stash of them in his house.
That explains why it's boarded up like that.
But that doesn't explain how he got so many in the first place.
It seems like they're very plentiful in where they come from. As evidenced by Punished Tangerine on Metal Island.
Punished Tangerine.
Oh yeah, it's the same thing.
It's
for
the
both of
same
them.
exact thing I just said.
It also. Oh wait, no, fuck. There's this new text. Damn it! I accidentally skipped through it.
You know, now that everything's over.
We should build a vacation house.
Isn't that a bit much? We're not that rich after the.
Are you
bank
sure
robbery.
about that?
We get the hero discount. We should try it out.
I'm so excited.
I love the idea of them just having all kinds of money. Speaking of tangy berries, it reminded me. I have some. I was gonna go over what items I have. So these are just a handful of items that I have: the bombs, 2 healing items, and then the miracle shake and the magic seed. But the main thing I wanted to show. We're not gonna do anything. We're not gonna take these out just yet. But I wanted to show off how many fucking items I have prepped right now. There's literally like just half a dozen crispy donuts.
Donuts.
Donuts. And also mentioning Punished Tangerine reminded me that there was something else that we were supposed to do on Metal Island that we didn't do because we just did the card game and then left. But this will take like 1 second.
What else could be anything worthwhile besides card games? It's the only important part of the game.
I mean, you're
And also
right.
just ramming into people, apparently.
Yeah.
The
So,
only thing that matters in life is card games. That's true.
one of the other things that was added in the 1.1 patch is this character right over here. This is he's just gonna
Team
play.
Duo will catch up. Maybe we can. Oh, that guy.
Yeah. So this guy's new.
Incredible! Amazing! I'm so lucky to have lived until today.
Someone's happy.
Who wouldn't after eating Master Slice's food? That's pretty good. It's only natural having taught 5-star chefs such as Cut. Now I can blog his recipes for the common folk.
Won't he get upset?
None can cook like me anyways. That's what he said.
And he's probably not wrong.
I've collected many recipes while blogging. If you want any, I can share them with you. For a price. It's always for a price.
You're talking?
Oh, and she's still gonna be jumping on the bench. It's fine.
Oh, it's you. Feel like buying a recipe from my blog?
Yeah, give us everything. I didn't even know this one was an option. So
I need these recipes more than
how many is
anything.
everything?
Whoa, you're sure?
That's like 31 recipes. 155.
That's it!
Pocket change. I knew blogging would make me rich someday. Here we go.
You didn't have to explain all of them in one go.
Nonsense. How else would you cook them properly?
We'll make you proud.
We better do. We're so hungry now.
Achievement unlocked! We literally just filled out the recipe book by buying it. We bought an
Logging on a
achievement.
leaf.
Oh yeah, plumpling pie. I love this fucking icon.
Yeah, Gomez, I was gonna ask you,
_O.
if this guy is blogging, is there an internet? Do they surf the web in this world?
It doesn't mean weblog. It means bug log. It's just
I see. Okay.
It's basically
makes
just
sense.
it's basically just like the quest boards that they have with like the paperwork hung up on them, but like they're connected through like literal spider threads. So I'll put this up on the web. Exactly.
God damn it.
That's what the fucking wizard is working on.
Yes. Yes, we've cracked the code.
We've done it. We've figured out bug fables.
Anyway, to be serious, if they have water filtration systems and large computers and the submarines and the like, they probably do have some form of internet access.
I do think that the termites probably invented the internet. Blog, short for bug log.
Thank you to the termites for that.
Yeah, thank you for the termites for inventing the internet, and also fuck you, the termites, for inventing the YouTuber, because that goddamn that actually reminds me. So Go Team Snakemouth, the page that did all those obviously Team Snakemouth comics, they did one where they just wrote out like a bunch of like headcanons about what the various characters like YouTube or like Twitch stream things would be and like what they would do, and it was like incredibly wholesome, and I don't know why or how, but it was surprisingly very cute. I don't know.
V clicks on all those get rich quick spam ads and ends up getting hacked.
Kabu is the one that pays for actually pays for antivirus, but probably falls for those clickbait things more frequently than anyone else. What else were we gonna do before?
Leaf is the one setting up the clickbait.
Man, there was a thing where
Leaf runs a competitive spy cards blog.
Absolutely.
Link for Zikori, the Go Team Snakemouth, someone who can get to an internet browsing page, share Go Team Snakemouth on Tumblr.
I just found the post.
TeamSnakemouth.tumblr.com.
Yeah, I believe it's like Go-Team Snakemouth, yeah. But there are a bunch of really cute things. There it is. Perfect. Yeah, I also liked the way that they prefaced it of being super self-indulgent. Because we all know how this works. Alright, we don't need to heal, but we're here, so we might as well. So, the plan for tonight is...
We're fighting things, for one.
Yeah, we're definitely going to be fighting things. But while we're here, while we're here, before we go and do stuff, there were two things that we were going to be doing. Two things that were, you're sure to see Clue Suffer, raise your hand. Everyone better be raising their hand right about now, because you're going to watch me fucking suffer.
Real quickly, can you put Princess to bed for a second so I can see her very cute animation?
Wait, for what about Princess, sorry?
Can you put her to bed real quick so I can see her sleeping?
She's sleepy.
She can take a nap while we go and pick up our items real quick. Leave Princess here. There we go. She's sleeping.
Look at her.
She's napping.
We will be back very shortly. Alright, so, there are 3 fighting related things that we're going to be taking on tonight. One of which is the equivalent to the Pit of 100 Trials, but they're better known as by its actual in-game name, which is the pit, or the Cave of Trials. It's a pretty...
Pit of 50 trials.
Yeah, Cave of 50 Trials. Yeah, you gotta be very straightforward with it. So there is, in fact, a super boss at the end of the Cave of Trials if you manage to get through all 50 floors, but there's a catch. You need to have a very specific thing. You need to have either, so you know how you can move items in your inventory around now?
Yeah.
So in this patch, they want you to take advantage of this new ability. Cave of less than 100 trials. Exactly. They want you to take advantage.
However many trials you want.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
So they want you to take advantage of this new item shuffling thing, as there is a boss that is hidden at the very end of the Pit of 50 Trials. If you get there with either 4 Tangy Berries in your inventory, or 1 Tangy Berry in your inventory, but it has to be in the 4th item slot.
Huh.
So you have to have 3 unused items before it in your list, and it has to be the 4th one. If you reach the end of the Pit of Trials, then you unlock a secret boss.
This is
We're-
some Reggie Rock style nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
I miss
I'm here
that
for
sort
it.
of thing in games,
So,
honestly.
I don't think that we're actually going to get there, or get to that degree, just due to how many items items we have in general. But as long as we had 14 items in our inventory, I think this will be a nice little thing. And as a matter of fact, let me put the bombs at the top instead, so that it functions a little weird when you've got multiple items. Like when you swipe from the bottom to the top, it just kind of fucks up sometimes. I don't know why or how, but so the bombs are gonna be our buffer. They are our last resort. So if we use any of those 3 bombs, or God forbid we have our fucking Tangy Berry stolen from our inventory, because there are
Pretty sure it's pronounced tangy.
Tangy, right? Fuck. But if we get that stolen from our inventory by one of the what's it called things? Is this Secret Boss Mew 3? It might as well be, because it's fucking stupid.
It is in my heart.
So, I haven't actually shown off the specific location for the Pit of 50 Trials, which I'm going to continue calling it that, because Cave of Trials is a close enough name. Also, reading things. Also, that is really dumb. They got rid of the online
fight
thing for,
pit.
yeah, the fight pit, yeah. Also, this is where one of the earliest medals you can get in the game is hidden. It's a super clever little hiding spot just behind the waterfall. And I like it. So I wanted to point it out because I didn't think I showed that up. So this is the Cave of Trials. On this side, you'll see
Spooky.
battle records, which are also located in the Pit of 100 Trials in TTYD, where you can read like how many star pieces you have and all that. So battles fought 543, battles fled from 20, highest damage in 1 turn 38.
You've spent a decent chunk of time in here, I see.
Not in this. No, this is just in general.
Oh.
Just general battle records, yeah.
You're
Oh, we
missing
found
a
all the
medal.
crystal.
We're missing
The
one
only
medal.
medal that we're
must.
missing is from this pit. There is a medal that you gain. There are medals that you get at different intervals of 10. I already have the ones, all the rewards from the 30 sets, or like from like the interval for 10, 20, and then 30, but I didn't get to the 40 one, because by the time that I got to that point, when we did it, it was the what's it called? There were enemies that we hadn't seen yet. So they were showing up as without any stats, and I couldn't spy on them. And because of the nature of the boss, for the end of this thing, they aren't actually in the bestiary. So you'll notice that we got the achievement for completing the bestiary just by having Stratos and Delilah and all the Deadlanders and the final boss and all that, but there is still one more boss that we have not seen or spied at all, and it is not in here. That is because it never actually, it's purely just this silhouette thing, and it doesn't actually have a tattle entry. Also, Venus, I'm flattered.
If
So
we've got 50 fights to go through, maybe you can explain this while we're going.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so I'm gonna look through some, my, badges, or medals that we got equipped, because the most important thing that we could ever have, for the sake of this, is, fucking, where is it? Victory Buzz and Triumph Buzz. Those are so important. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this off. I think we're gonna take Lifestealer off of Leaf for now. We're gonna leave TP Core on. Veef. Maybe HP Core
Veef.
off. What else can we take off?
I do understand. Not well, but I do understand.
I guess I'll take off Mighty Pebble. We'll put on Mighty Pebble to compensate, though.
No. Sending the link to
fine.
the Discord we're in. Yeah. Let me get that real quick.
Yeah. That was having a very bad, miserable time being victimized by Arknights. So
Invite
boy.
people.
Yeah. So
Let me get that for you, Zakori. Let me
Oh, looks
find the
like Venus
chat
beat you
button
to
so I
it.
can open it.
there we go. Yeah, that should be the one, I think. All right. So
Okay.
our setup for this attempt, which will be probably our only attempt for the night, because honestly, the rewards are not
Oh, fuck.
super duper worth it.
I
What?
didn't realize Duo had sent it too.
Sorry, I thought you heard me when I said.
Strong start.
You
could be
can
nice.
just join twice.
Yeah, it's fine. So we're gonna put on strong start for Kabu, because there's an interesting strategy that we can do with that. So I've got
I
hard
like interesting
charge
strategies.
and status relay on Kabu. Strong start makes you start with an extra turn, which means that I could have Kabu use for his 2 turns. He can use hard charge and then use his status relay on the same turn, and do it. Also, as long as they're here, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of
This. Welcome back, challengers. Are you ready to try the Cave of Trials?
No.
well, fuck me, I
What do
guess.
we get?
We'll go through the how does it work thing. Just
We're challengers
cause.
approaching.
This terminal will use your crystal's data to let you battle many foes in consecutive battles. If your crystal has no data on our enemies, they will show up as silhouettes. My apologies. You can only heal every 10 battles, and holographic enemies award less XP. Every 10 battles completed awards a prize, and it's safe to fail. So keep changing your strategy until you come out on top.
This voice started bleeding into
Hello, travelers! Or whatever the fuck.
Claptrap. I know there's a
Yeah.
there's a voice mod thing that is closer to Claptrap's
Fucking did.
voice, but so here we go. Battle 1 of 50. Shit, you know what I meant to
Go
do
grab a
before
fork.
starting this?
Uh-oh.
Oh.
I'm gonna go into settings and disable the music so we can have other things playing, because we're gonna be here a little while. So let me just do this. Mash through the fucking menu. Dupless. Where the fuck? Where the H? Okay, hold on. I gotta. There it is. For whatever reason, that defaulted to showing up on the other one. on the other screen, so it was I couldn't even fucking see it. So we're gonna go into this. We're gonna go into this. And we're gonna turn the music off. And we're gonna start the battle before we're gonna have Kabu up front. We're just gonna be vibing to some music, which if I can find a good one to start with, we'll do that.
We will play the game for real in a hot
Yes.
second.
All right, this volume is probably gonna be really weird.
Oh yeah.
Let me know
Goes
how the
with anything.
Let me know how the volume is on your guys' end, because this is going to be a little fucky. Alright. I should also probably have the chat in view so I can make sure I can see what they have to say about how things go. I also don't want to deafen myself, so I might actually turn this down for me. There we go. That should be good. Also, I forgot how much damage Leaf does to things when they're the same, or when they're ice type thing. Quiet to me. Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay. Here we go. Volume mixer, cable A. Crank it.
Crank that white boy.
Can't hear any music? Oh, that's not great.
What?
Very exciting to hear.
Once I get this figured out to begin with, we won't have a... Do you hear the battle sounds? Okay, well, let me do this. Okay. Fuck, I was looking at the OBS display, so I couldn't even fucking time it even remotely close to correctly. Because I wanted to
Nice.
make sure that the volume meters were appropriate for things. Alright. Is that good volume-wise? Because if it is, then we're not going to mess with it for a little while. Alright. I'm going to assume this is good for now. Because this is going to be part of what we're doing when it comes to other stuff tonight as well. Because we have a lot of boss fights in a row, and I don't want to listen to the bounty boss theme over and over again. Fuck.
Even though the bounty boss theme is so damn slappy.
The bounty boss theme is not particular. It's not my favorite theme, and it might just be because of the fact that I went out of my way to beat the Devourer like really early, and that was the first time I'd ever heard that fucking theme, so I never wanted to hear it again afterward.
Is that
And
the
that's
Team
your own fault.
Stronger? Is that one?
No, that one's a pretty good one. That one's the team. This one's stronger is the mini boss theme. The bounty boss theme and the mini boss theme are two different ones. Team this one's stronger is the mini boss theme, the boom 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 boom, and so on. But the bounty boss one is the one that starts out like da 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 da, and it just kind of doesn't stop being super intense. But it's the same one that is used for both super bosses. So we're just gonna have this music. I'm gonna change it based on the round we're on. So like once we hit 10 battles, I'll change the song. And when we get to the super bosses, we're going to when we get to the super bosses, I'm gonna change it on an attempt by attempt basis. So like every time that I die, we change the song. Cause we're gonna be here a little while. So welcome to the Bug Fables podcast, where we talk about all things Bug Fables and exclusively Bug Fables. So
Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna stay on topic while fighting fights.
yeah, no,
3 hours
definitely not. This is why I was
fighting fight. That was a really great way to phrase that.
fighting fights as opposed to fighting losses.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, you know, don't worry about it. But yeah, so we're just pretty much just gonna be chatting about whatever while I'm
Yeah,
slogging
we're just
through
gonna
these.
chill.
Yeah.
How's everyone been doing on this fine evening?
I've been.
Morning, wherever it is where you are.
It's evening somewhere. Not where I am, but it's somewhere. It
I had
counts.
to wake my parents up at 7 a.m. and drive to the airport.
Oh, that's always fun.
Ooh.
Driving someone to the airport is like incredibly awkward, just because it's like it's really something that you pretty much always have to do out of like the good of your heart, or like as a favor for them. So like, because of just the nature of it. Because it's
I'm
like,
sorry you're doing bad, Duo.
yeah.
I hope watching us fail at Bug Fables will make you feel
Yeah,
a little...
I was gonna say, Snazers, the return of the king.
Oh, Snazers!
Oh boy.
Lasers.
Snazers fucked me up when I was doing some hard mode stuff the other day, because they will fucking snipe you from halfway across the goddamn overworld. And whew, they're not great to deal with. If you fall asleep, you don't want to fall asleep on a Snazer. The #1 rule of fighting Snazers. Never sleep on a Snazer. Yeah. Downside of the way that I've got this set up is that there will be occasional breaks like that in the thing, so it'll fade out and fade back in. But it's whatever! Because I don't feel like searching up a new, fucking 30-minute extended version for every single one. Hell fucking yes. It's Snazer time! It's 6. I remember, so it's something that I like about the way that this is laid out is that it's not purely doing the enemies in the exact order that you would normally find them, although by and large that is what it is. Towards the end, they have like themed setups of
Oh, that's neat.
enemies. Yeah, so like or like for like every like 10th round there will be a themed one. So like the 10th round for for like on the 10th battle you will find a you will find a team that a setup that is what's it called? It's like every variant of the seedling that you've encountered that far, except for the
Gold seedling, I'm guessing.
yeah, because the gold seedling is I believe the 50th thing is either 2 gold seedlings or 1 gold seedling. I don't remember, but I know that they show up at the very end.
My brother's internet has crashed, so be on the lookout for me, I guess.
Oh boy.
Okay. Don't die on us, Moss.
Much
I'll
as a
miss
ticking
you.
time bomb.
We just don't know when they'll leave.
It could be right now. It could be never. It could even
Bang!
Discord disconnect noise. Also, seeing Venus's bud here in this chamber
Just
reminds
chilling,
me.
it's very funny, yeah.
Well, one, it's a hologram.
You almost forget that she was an
Well, no.
enemy at one point.
Yeah, but well, no. Literally every enemy that we encounter in this dungeon is a hologram. But the fact of the matter is that Venus's bud is also literally in this room. So
Yeah.
if she had eyes, she would know that like if she later fridge. Sorry, I had to
Oh no, goodbye.
dip because of the internet being dumb. Maybe you can come back later. Who
Why
knows?
only
I don't-
his? I'm in the same house.
It said he said that he was on data, so I'm assuming that was because of the reset thing. Oh yeah, I went back and got the charm thing, even though we already had some left. I just felt like it. Ah, right, yeah, you did mention that. Alright, oh yeah, so this is a... So normally at this stage in the game we wouldn't have encountered a flowerling, but we see it here because, they just spice it up a little bit and throw a handful of things in earlier than, you'd expect. And I kinda like that. Downside is that I fucking hate fighting the flowerlings, because they're the support characters, and having enemies get little buffs here and there is almost never fun.
I don't think enemies should ever be allowed to heal.
I think when it's balanced properly, it's fine. Like, I think for as hard as it was, the final boss fight against the Everlasting King with his healing because he had a decreased health pool and he could only heal freely when he was on the ground because of his roots. That was a neat way to balance it. So it's like you can launch him back into the air, but then you can't have Kabu or Princess hit the or hit him or whatever. And so like there's a trade-off. Like if he's on the ground, then 2 more people can hit him all the time, but he'll be able to use healing attacks. Is it anime?
I really like the concept of
Anime should be allowed to heal.
I don't think anime should be allowed to heal either.
Anime should never be allowed to heal.
I don't like the way the scorpion's claws look in the hologram.
Yeah, for some enemies like
Jeez,
for some enemies like the
layering.
Psycorp, it just kind of looks weird because of the layering. But there's only a handful that does that.
I'm sure he's fine.
These guys have a dickish move that they only use in hard mode, where they raise up their claws like they're gonna strike, and then they lower them back down, and then they raise them back up and hit you. And that's it. That's all they do. But you can only like for some enemy attacks you will have the opportunity to block to try and block twice. But for some you'll only have the opportunity to block once. So if you flinch, you can block once, and then you might be able to do it again if you push it if you push it at the right time. But if you fucking do it too early because you think he's gonna do the second hit faster, which he doesn't, it is always super slow. And it's so weird and deliberately paced. It's so... I don't know. It's bizarre. It's so weird. But it is incredibly dickish. So it's quite funny. Yeah, so the 10th one here is themed, so it's perfect bandit group.
Look at these funny little fellas.
Oh, man. If only Frogdor was here to see these wonderful bandits. Oh. Also, do you remember we went to the prison, and there was the dude that the termite dude that said that they there were some criminals that were supposed to be let out, but weren't. And after you talk to him, he says they're all fixed. I went back to look in the cage that one burglar was in,
that one.
and he was gone. He got let out.
Oh.
I'm happy for him.
Yeah. The world is just occasionally, but only occasionally.
Not often, but occasionally.
It's nice when it is.
Are Stan and PC still in there?
Yes, they are, because they're still in the middle of their term. I really hope that in the next game they come back as like junior explorers that are like training under Maki or something like that. Because that's basically what the spy data on them says, where like Kabu's like, maybe Maki will give him another shot or something like that. And I really like the idea of them being like junior explorers or whatever as their right. We made it. And in celebration, fade this out. And now we're gonna find another song. What's a good song for the...
Wait a second. Did we forget to wake up Princess?
Yes.
Oh my god, you're right.
You left her at home!
Oh
we didn't
no!
want her to go through this. We didn't want her to have to go through this.
We'll go and get her before the super boss, but like holy shit.
Can we suspend it, or do we have to just keep going until we
You
end?
have to
Sorry.
continue. You have to do it all in one shot. It's rough.
So can we just throw this fight then, or?
No, because I don't want to go through 10 more fights again. Because contrary to popular belief, it does still take quite a while to get through this shit.
I
you said we had to
second
do it all in
Duo
one
saying
go,
play
and if we were gonna-
Necrophantasia also. It's a
Alright.
good fucking song.
If you have to do it all in one go, how can you get it before the super boss without starting over?
No, we have to do the super boss after the long streak of it.
Yes,
That's what
but you
I
said
mean.
you wanted to get it beforehand, and if we're gonna do that, then we have to stop at some point. So
No.
why not as soon as possible?
The
Well, no-
Super Boss is
Either
separate
we get to
from
the bottom of the pit,
trials.
or we die and
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
not
Is
trying
that
again.
yeah? Because fuck doing it again. I just wanted to get
Oh,
as far
okay.
as we could in one attempt, and from there we'll just then after we fail an attempt or whatever, we'll just go and attempt Team Maki and Team Slacker.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. We cannot forget them for Team Slacker and Team Maki, though, because once you take out Maki, Princess is incredibly helpful, because she can't do anything to Maki at all because of his 3 defense, but she helps just chip away at Kina's health, and it's very helpful.
I think you mean if you take out Maki.
Yeah, it's a big if, but if you get there... Maki is honestly the single greatest, greatest difficulty spike, just in general, or not difficulty spike, but like, he is probably the the individually most difficult enemy that I've ever beaten in this game, because I beat Team Maki twice, once on my original file and once on my one of my mystery runs. I don't remember if I did it
Okay,
on
but
both
have
of
you
them
ever
or not.
beaten Team Slacker?
No, because they were added right around the time that we were normally going to be finishing this game, and I did watch someone do it, and I didn't watch them beat them, but I watched them get really damn far, and then I had to leave. But just, I've seen how fucking ridiculous they are. They were also doing it on hard mode, if I recall, so I may or may not have a primal fear of attacks that they might not even be using. But better to be safe than sorry. The fucking rapid fire bazooka barrage is probably the single scariest thing that they can do, though. So we've seen their worst. Now it's just a matter of surviving their worst. Okay, fuck you guys. Understrike. I don't want to have to use... There we go. Get the fuck out of here, you two. Go dig home. Oh, speaking of digging, that reminded me. Apparently, so I was thinking about Kabu burrowing to get, like, the boulder for boulder toss, and that reminded me, oh, what if, and that reminded me about Mighty Pebble. And apparently, there is a 1 in, like, 256 chance that when you use Mighty Pebble, when you have Kabu use Mighty Pebble, he will throw Tangerine instead. And I didn't know that until just today when I was looking at the wiki page for Tangerine. And after you encounter Charisse, there is a 1 in, like, 480 some chance that you will get, that Charisse will show up, period. Or that, it's just so weird. Texture activated the aim at the enemy always felt weird to me compared to quick time attack. Yeah, it's a little weird. Probably the one that is like the biggest example for that is V's needle toss, which always with the little tuk 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 noise that gets make. I always think of the Yoshi's Island egg throwing thing.
I knew that's where you were going with that.
It's literally impossible for me to not to, because I've just, it's so ingrained in my brain because I played the fuck out of Yoshi's Island on Game Boy Advance as a kid.
The Island stream, baby.
Yeah, I want to finish that someday. Because I did some like way back, but it was super dull. It was just super quiet the whole time and like very slow. Nope. No, nope. Oh, you're not looping. Oh well, I don't feel like changing it. We're just gonna have this next Castlevania song playing then. It's fine.
Castlevania's good.
Castlevania music is good, but it also does kind of defeat the purpose of me using having it set so it's just one song per thing. But for now, we'll just have this set up.
Ah, who gives a...
Who fucking
Yeah.
cares? Fuck that up, because I was trying to mouse over the other screen. It didn't work, but it's fine. It's dead anyway.
Yoshi's Island.
Yoshi's Island.
Yo.
Yosh.
Yosh.
It doesn't even sound like... It's like a weird blend between my V voice and Dean Bristow's Eggman. Man, I like Mike Pollock's Eggman a lot. I think he's very well done. And he's very much made the character's voice his own. But I will always miss Mike Pollock. Or not Mike Paul, Dean Bristow. I mixed up their names. Fuck! I'm trying to fight at the same time. It's really hard. I was trying to say that I like...
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, Dean Bristow. You made me second guess myself, and I had to like make sure I was saying the correct name there. It wasn't a case of like going on Twitter and being like, "Stop telling people that I'm dead." That was entirely the wrong button because I'm just fucking up all over the place here. Don't worry about it. I cannot afford these mistakes later in the...
Pro gamer strats.
This is just, like I said, this is kind of a casual, like, chipping away at the cave trials and get as far as we can.
Fucking around and finding out.
Exactly.
Away before I make mincemeat out of you.
God. My favorite scene in,
Abominations. Honey Nations.
yeah, Honey Nations, but probably my favorite scene in all of Sonic Adventure 2, just with the vanilla cutscenes, not the fan dub cutscenes, because if I was including those, holy shit, there would be a fucking plethora of those. But my favorite scene is the one where the bad audio lining up actually works out in the game's favor in a bizarre way, because so like people in Sonic Adventure talk over each other a lot because the English lines are either longer or shorter than the Japanese lines are supposed to be, and they didn't change the timing behind them.
I'll make you eat those words.
Yeah, exactly. So like shit like that happens. But in the final cutscene on the Ark, or one of the final cutscenes on the Ark, when when Sonic shows up to give the Emerald to Eggman, Tails is like, "So how did you know that this was the fake Emerald?" But because of the way that it's set up, Tails is saying, "How do you know he's the fake Tails?" Like Sonic is just like, "What the fuck, dude?" We could have just played it off. And then Eggman appropriately says, "Because you just told me, fox boy." As if like that was just confirming his suspicions, and like he thought like, "Oh, they're definitely gonna be tricking me." So like
I didn't appreciate that scene enough when I was a kid. I didn't quite get what they were implying with that line, but damn.
It's so good, and honestly, Eggman is like a way better villain than most people give him credit for, and honestly, Sonic Adventure 2's plot in general is way better than most people think it is. It is wildly different in tone compared to the other Sonic plots that there were in the past, which was virtually none, but still, like, it's just so fucking cool that they managed to take it relatively seriously, and for it to work in the context of Sonic without it feeling like they're trying to be too edgy, like Ow the Edge on the GameCube was.
Yeah, that you had to wait for a Shadow the Hedgehog on GameCube for.
Oh man, I never, oh shit, that's right, the mincemeat line was from the fucking, from SA1, not SA2, but, oh man, and the fact that it's at the end of SA1's, Tails story, is even funnier, because in the, in that same story, there's the scene where you have to race him, and he's just like, "You little fox." And it sounds like he's saying, "You little fuck," which is probably the best part about that whole thing. But when he, he's like,
"You just told me, fuck boy."
Yeah, because you just told me, fuck boy. But just the fact that he says, like, when you're doing this race, immediately before he's like, "Away before I make mincemeat out of you," and it's like this super intimidating line. He's like, "Tails, wait for me!" Like, super dramatic and like hammed up, and it's so fucking goofy sounding, and it's like, oh man, it's so dumb. It's incredibly dumb. Alright, that guy that's shaking is gonna blow the fuck up, so if I don't kill him immediately, we might be foobarred. Or not foobarred, but we might actually take a significant amount of damage, and that's not ideal.
Well,
That's
just
a
keep
much
him
better
cold.
situation.
Also, looking at Vayna's thing, like, but the first fandom cutscene to come to mind is like, "Yep, I can kill you." I think mine is probably the
Mine is the entire gamer pad scene.
Oh, that's good. That's real good. But probably my favorite is the scene when Eggman is on the radio with Shadow, and he's just like, "The island's about to blow up," and like all that, and he's like, Alfred, do you actually know what's gonna happen now? And he's like,
Yeah,
and
that
he's
is
like,
the single
wait,
best
what?
moment in the whole
Wait,
time.
what? And then it cuts to the island blowing. He's like, "Oh my god, I didn't know!" His fucking genuine reaction there of like, it's so good. It's so good. That's already one of the best cutscenes in the game as is, but then they just make it even better by the fact that they genuinely had no fucking idea that it was gonna actually blow up.
Oh no, is the stream acting up for anybody but Sakori?
Oh no. Yeah, because if it is, I might have to make some setting adjustments, and that's not a
One's
great...
actually working fine on TeamViewer.
Well, that's good.
I'm checking the stream and it looks like it's working alright.
All the chairs are knocked over because I got so tilted at the towers. Oh my god. Capture you did 6 times. Keep trying to see. You're gonna be at least 17. Oh boy. The slip with your fight. Wait, what?
For affinity, fuck my wife.
God.
Again.
What we do, we need to make the next, we already mentioned that the next CATV movie night is gonna be, at the end of November, and it's gonna be a bunch of, like, stupid comedy things. Like, I think we were gonna try again at Airplane, we were gonna watch the, Sonic 06 fan- No! Airplane was gonna be later. We were gonna watch that with Kung Pao, but...
Yeah.
We're
Very
at
excited
the end
for Kung Pao.
at the end of November, we're gonna watch Ghost Stories, Samurai Pizza Cats, and Sonic 06 fandom. I almost said Sonic Adventure 3, which is also act. Like, Omega, count how many grains of sand there are. What the fuck? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Hold on,
Why
wait.
would you do that? We're gonna
1,
be here all
2,
day.
3, 4, 5. Processing. 11,700 trillion grains of sand.
Well, that actually was faster than I thought it would be. Or like, here, have this. Do you want some of the good Kush?
I do not
Here,
have
we-
lungs.
Oh my god.
And then he's like, no, here, seriously, try it.
Installing weed.exe. Holy shit.
I don't
So
remember. I thought it
good.
was like 30,000 grains of sand or something.
It would 30,000
Doesn't
grains
say
of
what the
sand.
exact number is.
Yeah,
Insane.
I don't actually remember what the thing. The weed emerald is one of my favorite little things of it. It's so good. Also, this I forgot how much health the fucking giant chompers have. Which-
They're hale and hardy.
Yeah. Also, this is the 20th set of battles, which
Hey,
means that we're gonna
congrats.
change to another group of songs in just a second. Because
5 more and we'll be halfway there.
yeah.
Living on a prayer.
But yeah, so this theme for this particular set batch of enemies was 2 chompers and then a chomper brute and then a wild chomper, which is the one that is in the what's it called, the jungle area. Oh yeah, the fucking head to the wave ocean. Head to wave ocean before, and like the whole line is so it's so good. It's so dumb. I want to stream Sonic 06 eventually. Also, we did
Oh my
it.
god,
We got
Wait,
the,
please.
There was one of those in the actual Sonic 06, the original game.
yes. No, there genuinely was.
Sonic 06 is a train wreck.
I knew
Sonic
that happened
06
in like
is-
Elder Scrolls, one of the Elder Scrolls games. I think it was
Yeah, but that's
Oblivion,
Elder Scrolls. That's to be expected from. At the very least,
I
you'd
didn't
think
know it
that
happened
Sonic
in
06
Sonic
would.
2, though.
Yeah. All right. Next batch of Next batch of music will be Mega Man.
Fuck yeah, baby.
Tell me Sparkman's in there somewhere. That's like my favorite Mega Man song.
Sparkman's theme
I was
is
only doing
pretty
stuff that
bad.
was in the Smash Ultimate versions of it, but
Aw.
I'm pretty. There is a Sparkman remix in Smash Bros, right?
Maybe.
How long were you waiting to say it? The whole dub, baby. Oh boy. Bum bum dum ba dum. Woodman's theme might be a meme, but it is a fucking jam.
Mega Man just knows how to make good music.
Mega Man needs like one of those things where it's like a sound test thing where in the menu icon they have a like the menu icon has like a dancing Mega Man sprite or Mega Man like with headphones on listening to it. Like in Kirby 64, there's that one GIF that you see shared all the time of Kirby with headphones on. That's from the sound test menu, I believe. There's one the Sonic. I almost said Sonic and Knuckles. No, Knuckles Chaotix has a sound test where Amy doesn't appear anywhere else in the game except for in the sound test menu, where so Amy is only in the sound test menu, but she's just doing this little jam and she's just like this little dance and she's just super happy that this music is playing. And I don't blame her because the Knuckles Chaotix soundtrack is probably my favorite Sega Genesis era soundtrack, period. It's so good. One of the rare franchises where all the music slaps. You're damn right.
If Mega Man's so great, why isn't there a man? Checkmate, atheist.
A what, man?
Did you cut out for the...
Right.
It sounded like you just said if Mega Man is so great, why isn't there a Mega Man?
That's what I heard too.
For a second, I thought I misheard it, and I thought he said, "Why isn't there a man?"
Why isn't there any man in Mega Man?
Am I a man or am I a mega?
Stop always ruining my puns. I hate it.
Is he man or is he robot?
Oh boy. Was it Omega Man? Was that the thing you said?
Giga Man, because
Giga Man.
Oh,
Fuck.
Giga Man.
Oh, that's even better. Omega Man sounds like it would be a.
Don't say
When
that.
Mega Man
Don't
10
finish
came
that.
out, there
Don't.
Back when Mega Man 10 came out, I saw a fair bit of, I guess you could call it controversy going on around the internet about its soundtrack not being quite up to the standard of the other games.
But Blast Man's theme
bad.
slap.
It's just. Oh yeah, it's good music. It's just people didn't like it as much as the other games.
They missed
And
the 8-bit, and that's fair.
And part of that is also just the case of like, it being like you're never gonna be like. People aren't ever gonna hold the new stuff in the exact same regard as they do the old stuff. And honestly, I think one of the thing. All right, so just to make sure, you said you said Mega Man 10 or Mega Man 11?
10.
10. Okay, I thought you said 10, but for whatever reason, the way you were contextualizing it made me think you were talking about Mega Man 11, because Mega Man 11 soundtrack is pretty good, and I liked it when I was listening to it while playing, but it was also kind of samey, because they were using the same kind of synthy sound font that you would expect them to be using by virtue of being in a futuristic city. But then, in a patch for the game, they added essentially like a remixed version of the soundtrack where they used different instrumentation for every theme that they had. So like, the ice skating man, whose exact name I'm forgetting, but he looks like a twink.
Right. I know who you're talking
Am I wrong?
about.
You can't even tell me that I'm wrong. But yeah, so like his theme, I believe, has like more violins in it and stuff. So it's so it sounds like more elegant, like an ice skate or whatever. Mega Man 9 has a damn good soundtrack. I like that one a lot.
Mega Man 9 soundtrack is probably my favorite.
Mega Man 6 is probably one of my personal favorite soundtracks in the series because of an album.
Tundra Man. That's it.
Tundra Man. Twink Man. But
Oh, sorry, Gomez. That's right. I got it wrong. It's
yeah, Twink Man. Honestly, given the fact that he's wearing like an ice skating outfit, and like there's a bunch, I think there's like sparkling things on it, like it could be Twinkle Man. I wouldn't put it past him. No, Twinkle Man.
Twink Man.
Twinkle Man would be like a ballerina dancer that would have like use like a dazzling flash as his as like the weapon that he gets. It's kind of like Flash Man, where it like ends up like paralyzing all enemies or whatever when you get it.
Yeah.
Something like that. But it's just dazzling your opponents with your massive gay energy.
I do that on my own.
Yeah, but Mega Man can't.
Mega Man's too straight.
Yeah, Mega Man is too heterosexual.
Straight man.
So it's a common misconception. Everyone thinks that Mega Man
Straight
and
Man is just a comedy. But...
everyone thinks that Mega Man and Roll's names in Japanese are Rockman and Roll. It's actually I was gonna go with some variant of straight and gay, but I realized that sounds really dumb, just making those just their straight up names, and I think the straight man, funny man thing was a better way of doing it, and I kind of like the idea of Manzai, but with Mega Man and Roll just like slapping the shit out of Mega Man every little like couple minutes or something.
Gomez, if Dr. Light made all of his robots straight, how do you explain Jewel Man's existence?
You're right. It's right. You're right, and you should say it.
I've made the world's first gay robot.
I've made the first robot that screams. Why though? Sorry, I was trying to do it away from the mic so it wouldn't be deafeningly loud, but
Did not work.
nope. My
You failed.
apologies. Oh man.
Actually, I think Jewel Man isn't a Wily robot.
I thi-
Tundra Man was made by Wily, but Jewel Man isn't.
Yeah, all the
Jewel
Mega
Man's
Man
Dr.
9
Light.
robots are light thoughts.
Dr. Light.
Alright, I'm trying to think about
And
N. Itro Man. T. Hanos.
oh, no.
Oh, is that a new Crash Bandicoot boss?
Yeah, sorry about the yelling
Sorry,
thing. I
Zachary.
really didn't know how loud it was in relative to the mic because I turned like
I'm clueless.
to face away from the microphone, so my voice was like
Just
off in
don't
this direction.
scream, it's
and
not
also,
funny.
I really thought it wasn't as loud as it was. I'm sorry. It was supposed to be
If you
for
gotta
effect and not
scream, you
volume.
gotta cover your mouth and then
I
like,
did!
do a stage whisper.
I
You gotta go
did-
"Ah," like that.
All right, I'll keep that in mind for next time. That's my bad.
I know, Venus. Like Solar Man and Nitro Man are like some of my favorite themes in the franchise.
Is Astro Man?
What was the other really good one?
Is Astro Man
Astro
Mega
is
Man
8,
10?
I think.
No. The Spaceman one that's on the.
Yeah, that's Mega Man 8. I'm pretty sure.
No, I'm pretty sure that he's Mega Man 9 or 10 because I remember him being the
Are you thinking of Galaxy Man?
Galaxy Man. That's the name. Yeah. Also,
that-
Len,
That's
you're
Mega
100%
Man
right.
9. Astro
Yeah.
Man is
Okay.
8.
Okay. I was mixing up their names then. Yeah. Astro Man has like the weird floating like orb bottom or something, right? I think. I know someone from 8 has
Yeah,
that.
Astro
Oh,
Man
yeah,
has
that's
that like
Astro
floating
Man
orb.
from 8.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
Okay.
of
So
Galaxy
I
Man.
did. Yeah. So Astro Man is 8. Galaxy's 9. I know Galaxy Man is the one that looks like a UFO.
Galaxy
was just
Man's
mixing
very
it.
cute. Galaxy Man feels clueless core to me.
Very much so. They're even more so than they're pandering to me. They are probably the Mega Man robot master that I see most associated with Toad from Discord and other things, just because robot and space and like it's perfectly in
Yeah.
line with their aesthetic. But it's good. Oh man, the leaf bugs are so fucking annoying. I hate. Oh no, it's this. This one's the only one that's left. That means that he's gonna fucking do the wizard thing. It's WIZZERD. The wizard thing from Paper Mario, where he clones
Oh, no.
himself, and you have
Oh,
to hit all
cringe.
of them. Thank you. That was. Oh fuck. Well, at least he didn't clone himself. God fucking damn it! I need to just
Well.
never open my mouth ever. It'll be a very quiet stream.
There's
There.
3 dudes and you have 3 attackers, right?
Yeah,
Never
but fuck them.
mind.
I hate
Fair
them.
enough.
You didn't need those TP anyway.
I didn't. It's fine.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Look
big
at this
dude.
big guy. I forgot about the big guy.
boy. What do I know of?
I
Remember big boy
I
being a
love
big
this guy, but
problem.
only because I don't have to fight him myself.
Yeah, no, he's kind of annoying. But I do have. Fuck, I don't have the TP for it right now. I did need to use a TP restoration thing soon, though, just by virtue of having 31 things. Actually, oh yeah.
The tangy berry.
Nah, fuck that. Honestly, I would be baffled if we actually made it there with the Tangy Berry intact. But I want it. Given the fact that we're over halfway there, I kind of want to see if we can do it.
We are past the bandits, right?
Yes. I also forgot to equip the anti-thieving thing. So, if there are any more later, which I think I wouldn't be surprised if there are. Honestly, there's probably not much danger of it specifically being stolen anyway, so it's mostly just a matter of trying to make sure that we don't fucking die. But we will have an
Easier
opportunity.
said than done.
Yeah. So we get 2 full heals that we get between rounds, or between like rounds of 10. So once we hit 30, there's only one other gap before we reach the end. So once you hit 30, there's no reason to not use the full heal, because then you can only ever do the full heal at 40. And I believe they give you the full heal after you beat the 50th set before you fight a super boss. And if they don't, then that's fucking mean and we'll die, but we can say that we got there. And that's the important part.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Mega Man.
Make a good Mega Man.
Maybe we can stream that at some time.
Sometime, yeah.
At some time. I meant some point, but
Yeah. I got what you meant. But yeah, I like the, I always like the idea of like community, or like fan communities making, something that they can, that into something like the Sonic Hacking Contest, where people like submit fan works of this, like fan games that they've made based off other games, or in the event of like fucking the Puyo Puyo thing, or like the Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine EX was a mod that was submitted at one point, and it was fucking hilarious. But like there's so many good Sonic hacks that were submitted, that always get submitted to the competition, and a lot of them are super high quality too. Like one of my personal favorite ones is called, the initial name of it was Sonic 1 Burned Edition, where it was Sonic 1, but everything had basically been set on fire and reskinned, and there were bosses that they made to go with it, and it was super funny because because there was like all kinds of cool visual effects to make it look like things were on fire, like heat waves effect and all that, but it caused sprites to overload. So if you even touched a caterpillar, which blows up into like 4 little segments when you defeat it, if you even breathed on those fucking things, it would cause the entire game to just kind of slowly fall apart.
No.
So if you killed a caterpillar in this Sonic 1 Burned Edition, you would just fuck up the game and you'd have to reset or something like that. And then later, the guy that made that mod, like after they were people complimented the original bosses that they made, because they put a boss at the end of every level, which normally in Sonic 1 wasn't the case. Normally you would only get it at the end of Act 3 when you'd fight Eggman. But they added bosses that were like scaled up versions of like regular enemies, like the chameleons that stick on the walls of Green Hill Zone. They made one of those, a giant Orbonaut or whatever the fuck they're called. And then the boss, coincidentally, the boss of the first stage to introduce fucking Caterkillers, Marble Zone, the boss of Marble Zone Act 2 was a giant Caterkiller. And so
no.
when they got to the end of it, it's like, I can't kill it! I can't do it! Like, even though, like, that was all just jokes and stuff because like they knew that was going to be considered separate from the other caterpillar that was actually causing problems. But like it's just the idea that just does Eggman have his mustache on fire? No, unfortunately, I don't think he did, but he should have. But then, so the best part about Sonic 1 Burned Edition was that 2 years later, it was entered into the hacking contest again, but it had basically been overhauled so that the bosses were a little more fair, the sprites were a little smoother, and they changed more of the level design.
Caterpillar didn't fuck it up.
Yeah, no, and they just improved it in so many ways, and it ended up like taking like half a dozen awards from the contest, and I know at the very least, one of the awards that it definitely got was a most improved mod, because while the original was pretty decent because it was a nice little palette swap with some neat bosses, but a bunch of technical problems, but then just the quality, the leap in quality was so incredible that it ended up winning a bunch of stuff. I don't know if it took the whole contest that year, but it wouldn't have surprised me if it did, because it honestly, I think it deserved it just because of that glow up. Clues OC,
original
Sconic.
character do not steal.
Sconic.
Stream where we just make
Also,
Sonic OC.
I was looking up Make a Good Mega Man level, and apparently you can play as Bob and George in it.
Who? Who?
The original Sprite comic.
It's like
Oh my
Oh, them!
That's great.
Jesus.
That's fucking great.
God, that was a slap in my fucking
What a blast from the
nostalgia
past.
center. And when I say nostalgia, I mean vaguely aware of early internet stuff because I didn't
Yes.
have free access to the internet until I was significantly older. But damn.
I read through that entire comic like back in the day.
Also, you would have been like 1 or 2 when it was coming out. It started in the year of 2000.
On the note of Sonic OCs, who wants to guess what the name of the Sonic OC that I made when I was like a teenager? No! Fuck! God!
Oh no!
Clovis, no!
Blast.
Rewind, undo.
Oh man. I'm sorry, Clue. I'm sorry.
Oh well.
Pick up, princess.
Yeah, let's go get
Anyway, I was talking about Make a Good Mega Man level 2, the one you said to download.
Yeah. Oh well.
Oh, that was funny. That was fun.
I didn't wanna.
Find it kind of funny. I find it kind of sad.
That's a reference to it. That's a song lyric, isn't it?
Yeah, Mad World.
Right. That's what it is. Alright, this is
Oh, man.
probably a little louder. Then honestly, I don't even need to adjust the volume levels because we're gonna be going right the fuck back into a boss fight, so I might as well just keep the music playing for now. Alright, so the strategy, we're gonna start with Team Maki, so first what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the baby, and then pick up the baby from daycare, and then we're gonna go and get some more items. We're gonna switch out the items that we have. Sorry, Janet.
Kindergarten sing.
No.
Get our daughter.
Oh man. Alright, so what items do we have currently? We have the Tangy Berry, 3 bombs, bunch of leaves. Honestly, the only thing that I don't really have a particular use for when it comes to this fight is the Tangy Berry, because it's not worth enough when it's just being just being eaten on its own, because you can cook it, or you slice it up, and you can make it infinitely better. Because it does 8 TP, but then like what's it called? Cuts dish will give 15, which is way more. So what instead we're gonna do is we're gonna grab some squash candy, and fuck it, I guess we'll just take one of the sweet shroom
Thanks,
back.
Duo, for capturing that.
Oh boy, I can't.
Immortalizing it.
Oh Jesus. I'm glad that I'm never gonna be able to live this one down now. And the worst part about it is what I was discussing when I was pushing through the buttons, because I was on fucking autopilot, because, excuse me, I had gone through 30 floors worth of that dialogue. So I wasn't exactly keen on reading it thoroughly. Also, in my defense, I was just trying to push the B button once so that it would skip to the end of the text box, and not necessarily that it would. I wasn't mashing it. I pushed it once so it skipped to the end of the text box, and then move on to the next one by pushing it another time, because I thought there was another thing there, because I wasn't used to getting a reward, because on the earlier things we hadn't been. I don't think. Either way,
It should be a double confirmation for that.
yeah, honestly, for that. Alright. Alright, for these attempts, we're gonna have, I'm gonna try and leave it on, one song for the duration of it. But which song it will be will change every time that we do. So, this is attempt number 2 at Team Maki. Let me get a good song going for this.
Something real jammin'.
Actually, as long as I'm doing this one in particular, I think I could just do... because I know this one is out there. Oh boy. Here we go.
85 health.
I'm going to kick your fucking ass.
Highest attack of the team.
Alright. First step. Freeze the baby.
Honey, I froze the kids.
Honey, I froze the baby.
The baby.
Hard charge. Relay to V. Needle pincer on Maki.
Yeah, there's a very good reason why we picked this song.
That certainly isn't a amount of
It's
health,
for
and it's
Megalovania.
with a ridiculous defense stat on top of it.
Oh my god. Seeing the number 4 under his defense, it just makes me shiver. I could go for another
This team
one.
is
No, she doesn't have enough health to really be worth going for. I think I'll do tornado toss on Yin instead, just to start chipping away at her, because she really does need to be our focus. Yes. I'm so glad I got the timing for that down to at least a relative science, because that is one of the scariest things that she can pull off. Alright, let's try fly drop.
Strong. Attack in the game.
Yeah, formerly the strongest attack in the game, now almost the strongest. No! Okay.
Nice.
Oh. This is going
Yeah, boy.
alarmingly well.
Don't say that, idiot.
That's why I'm knocking on wood. Fine. That's wood. Do you want me to go and find me a nice mahogany or some shit? I don't fucking know. Alright. I'm trying to think about what items I should be going about using. Honestly, just giving Kabu a little bit more health would be nice. He doesn't need a ton right now, but this will be a nice way to get a little bit of TP back as well. That was mostly what I brought that item along for, was just, I need something that... I'll do Hurricane Toss because that ignores one defense. Oh, that's beautiful. No! Bye, V!
Oh, that was exactly
No,
V's
V.
max health.
No one else took even a single hit of damage on that turn. It was
And
just
V
V getting decimated. Oh yeah, something I learned yesterday when I tried doing all the menu codes on one save file. V can die in the tutorial fight against Maki because Maki's attack is in fact scaled up for the tutorial fight, like every other enemy is in the game. So you can actually. I don't think that he has enough time to have both Kabu and V get taken down, but if you don't, because there is one turn where you basically have to block, because it's the tutorial.
Turn.
Yeah, it's a tutorial turn for blocking. You can actually just have V collapse and die in that tutorial fight, but that number, or the amount of turns that it takes is also the amount of turns that the tutorial fight lasts. So immediately after V collapses on the ground in a heap, the battle ends and Maki says, "You pass." Which is so funny to me. Oh, I don't like that.
Congratulations on dying.
So it's a set amount of turns, that amount of damage you deal to Maki.
Yeah, it's a set amount of turns. I believe it's 4 turns, because there's 1 turn for you to use your basic attacks and then learn a block, and then just to continue to do that, and then I think 1 to teach you how to swap. I don't know. I don't remember exactly what it is, mostly because I stopped reading the text after the first time that I did it. But you know, can't really blame me. All right. Yina, or not Yin, Yin. I almost said, I combined Hina and Yin's names. There's a lot of I's in Team Maki's collective names.
I feel like Maki would do that and Kina would get incredibly upset.
Yeah. All right, let's set up some squash candy. All right. Oh, there's actual dialogue. Dragoni?
Kina, with me!
Oh fuck! No! Yeah, oh,
Oh, jeez.
Jesus.
Ow!
And that is one of his specials in Bug Fables The Everlasting Fighters for the Nintendo Switch and the Xbox One and whatever else they said it was coming out for. It was an April Fool's joke they did. It was
I'll have
good.
to watch the background. They caught like 2 frames of it on TeamViewer.
It was Maki like sweeping us up into the air and then Kina appearing from the air and like dropping on them. Which happens. Alright. Might be a bad idea. No, actually, you know what? I don't think they could do enough damage in order to just straight up take out Kabu. So I'm gonna have... No, better. I think if with the amount of damage that I've got on... Yeah, I'll just do this to take out Yin once and for all. There it is.
Baby.
Goodbye, baby. Alright, now.
Boss,
Well,
you
back
killed
to
a
the dead
child.
baby.
So sad!
Oh my god, she's sad!
She's baby.
Look at what you've done.
Mush, give us a sad yin noise.
She looks miserable. My
Bye,
god.
B.
F.
Anyway, I kind of didn't really care what we were going to be doing that turn because I knew what I was going to be doing. This is gonna be a miracle shake from us. Just gonna revive everyone. And now that gives me a chance to do other things. Where's the other thing I was gonna do? All right.
Maki now has a permanent attack buff now from when you took out Yin.
Oh, I forgot about that part. Oh, I don't like that. I forgot about that part. Fuck you.
Wow, you're smart.
Now you've gone and made me mad.
And you won't like me when I'm mad. I don't like fighting you when you're not mad either. Oh boy. All right. Jesus, 3 defense. Why did I do that? Oh boy. This is a good turn to do some setup stuff. Healing time. Let's give some more back to Leaf. And do nothing. And they can just kind of wait that out. Beautiful. Now, here's the time, I think. Okay, items. Let's get back some more. Yeah, let's go for more TP again. And now have Leaf. Let's see how. So, remove all temporary charges and status effects from an enemy. So that won't work on Maki because that's a permanent buff.
And once we attack Maki, Kino will just get the buff back
Yeah.
anyway.
Reduces all enemies' defense by 1 for 3 turns. Empower boosts the party's attack by 1 for 3 turns. Honestly,
Break
Empower.
Plus might be nice.
Break Plus will be definitely nice. I want to see how Empower. Well, because it's mostly a matter of
Seems
like.
kind of redundant having both of them, unless you're planning to stack them.
It's mostly that because attack buffs are. Honestly, yeah, no, I that's fuck. Because I always knew that lowering their defense was better than raising your own when it comes to these stat buffs, and raising your attack was always better than lowering theirs. So it's a I don't know, but I'll try and swap them out next time just to see how it compares. But I think having everyone have an attack buff would be nice, so we'll start with this. And we'll see where that goes. And now...
Duo has a point to make there. I mean,
Empower
I'm not
would work
sure
on
if it
piercing
works
and break wouldn't... Yes! That's why EMP costs... Yeah, Empower costs 1 more because it's... I think Empower and whatever the defense boosting one for you is, whatever that one's called. Oh, you know what I just realized? Frost
Do
Bowling.
we want to do silly shit right now?
No, Frost Bowling's like genuinely really good for this. And if we all have an attack buff, there's like...
Okay, let's
we'll
go.
see how it goes.
And
Sorry,
also, we
what?
always want to do silly shit. That's what we're here for.
Yeah. Alright.
I like how she's in her damage animation.
Oh, that's some good damage right there. I don't know if it's worth 9 TP of damage, but yeah, she wasn't going to survive that anyway. It's fine.
They're not even to half health yet.
No. How am I getting good at that?
Don't
Alright.
question it, just be glad.
Let's try Frozen Drill on... Let's see how much Frozen Drill does on Maki, because I think we have enough health between Kambu and Leaf to be able to withstand one of Kina's buffed things. That's more than I gave it credit for.
Ooh, that did pretty good.
I'm-
And he gets frozen. That's nice.
Honestly, focusing Maki for the rest of the fight is probably our best bet. Just because of that attack buff is fucking scary. Speaking of attack buffs, Danger V.
Oh hell yeah, let's go.
More TP.
Can Maki get poisoned? Let's try it out.
We can definitely try that out. Alright, so we can either do Needle
Oh,
Pincer.
we have numbing.
Oh.
Never mind.
Yeah, well, I mean, we could... I'm pretty sure you can get poisoned. You can try and check on the wiki if you want to compare. Needle Toss or Needle...
Yeah, but you'd have to
Pincer.
replace the badge entirely.
Well, yeah, we'd have to swap it out. Alright. Come on. Damn it. Let's see how much we can get through this. That's what I'm concerned about when it comes to focusing Maki. Is Kina being Kina. Okay. Let's put... Okay, let's see.
Heal one of them, let one die, and then use Miracle Shake?
Yeah, just because of the way that, Leaf is best to heal because V gets revived by,
Yeah.
Miracle Matter. And now, as long as she's here, let's just try Needle Pincer and see.
Oh, that does a good amount.
Yeah, it's a little more expensive than... No! Oh, I've never seen this attack before!
Oh. But we didn't die!
Uh-oh, uh-oh,
Oh, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that.
Miracle Shake! Right the fuck now!
Oh, man. I'm sorry I tempted fate like that.
It's fine. Because we can take out Maki on this turn, I think.
I just remembered I had an actual wood dresser over in the corner. Not my plastic painted to look like wood table.
Yes. We got it. I think. Do we? I think we do. We're fine. Oh well, bye V.
Rest in peace, V.
We're fine, don't worry about it. Alright. Oh dear, hold on, give me a second. Wireless headphones are starting to die. I gotta plug them in real quick. It'll take like 2 seconds. Where's the outlet? Where's the outlet? This is the outlet. There it is. Okay, we're good. One. He's one left. I think it's safer to heal. Just by virtue of, if one of them goes down, it's the end of everything.
Yeah.
No!
What happened? It's not loading. She stole your item?
No, she gave him a burger!
Oh.
You're not allowed to give him burgers!
Burger.
Oh my god, the song
reconnecting
ended.
to TeamViewer fixed nothing.
It was a full 15-minute worth of an extension. Okay. Let's do this. Let's take Crispy Donut. I need to get rid of Maki right now.
Yeah!
Boy. Alright. Alright, okay.
Pep talk leave?
Now Kina's got the permanent buff.
Yeah. Alright. I think that the Magic Seed might be helpful to put on, or to use on Leaf just so we can keep getting freezing stuff in.
Yeah.
'Cause, but also, Kabu just needs health in general. We only have the one Magic Seed, and if Kabu goes down, then that means that she still has 47 health left. Oh shit. Let's put her to
She
sleep.
also has much less defense, though.
Yeah, which is a good thing. So let's do this. Let's
Kina take a nap.
Kina take a nap. First, I'm going to do Needle Pincer, and if she gets paralyzed, then I can use the rest of the turn to have Kabu heal. Perfect. And that's 1 turn of paralysis, so that gives me a turn to use the Magic Seed on Leaf. And now, Leaf, use Crispy Donut. And I know she has 3 defense, so this won't do anything, but it makes me feel better. Princess can now participate. Alright, so we now have 20 TP to do 38 damage on a target with 2 defense.
Time to bust out the calculator and graphing paper.
I think Empower is a worthwhile investment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We also have Secret Stash if you really need it.
Yeah, that was the other thing. I think that we do need health. So sharing or Secret Stash would be.
How good is Sharing Stash in comparison?
Sharing Stash is 2 HP, but it's for 3 turns. So it's a gradual thing, and it's for everyone.
Mm.
Whereas Secret Stash is for 1 person. So I could use this to get Kabu up a little bit, which I think...
Yeah, that'd probably
That's
be
more
better.
useful overall.
Healing V would put her out of danger V zone.
Mm-hmm. Well, because it's only 2 TP for everyone, so if she takes any damage on this next turn, she would be losing a little bit. She would be going a little bit further below. Plus, she's got the defense buff from Last Stand.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. No, if I want Princess to hit her, I don't want her to be asleep, because that would just wake her up. Crunch!
Crunch! That's helpful.
Oh, well, bye, V.
Oh,
Sorry.
damn it.
We
Oh,
got
well.
Roomba stomped.
Frozen Drill would be worthwhile, I think. Maybe? No, because we only have so much TP left.
Mm-hmm.
And if we freeze her, we can't get, then either Princess can't attack or we lose the extra turn.
Yeah.
That didn't make any sense.
No, I understood what you were
I
getting.
get
at,
what you
more
mean.
or
Good
less.
amount of damage, and we have the attack.
Yeah, let's just try attacking normally for a little bit. I'm starting to block a little too late at this rate. This might be it. This might be the one.
Oh,
I shouldn't go
fingers
for
crossed.
Leaf and it's 2 health.
Frost Bowling is 9. Frigid Coffin is 3.
Oh.
You're really cutting it close here.
Is it enough?
7. 2 health left.
One Princess!
1 health left.
She can only kill one person.
Doesn't
Let
matter.
Princess finish her.
Second try. First of the night.
Incredible. I must admit it, you're all incredibly strong.
Blech, I couldn't impress Maki.
You did good, Kina.
You're strong too. Wow.
Christ.
What's wrong?
I feel like we're truly equal explorers now.
That's one way to look at it. Come back to me with hard mode on.
Fuck off, Maki.
Probably spent a lot of items in that battle. Use this to replenish your inventory.
Thanks,
75
Mom.
berries. We got more for winning the card tournament. It's not about the berries, though. It's about the achievement.
If
It's
you
a
ever want to
little
spar
about
again,
the berries.
let us know. We've learned quite a bit.
You got it.
And when I say achievement, I do literally mean achievement. Defeat a very powerful foe. Alright. So, what time is it? It's like 9:52. Okay. We got quite a bit more left that we can be doing. And I have a feeling I know what,
Didn't Dragoni say he had to get going at 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Around there. But if
Yeah.
you're just doing super boss fights, I don't mind missing it.
Okay. All right. I'm trying to think about what would be a good
For
one.
once, I'm not the person gone.
Well, there's also Frog Door gone.
Yeah.
Alas.
I miss Frogger so much. It's just
When
not
will
the
my
same
frog
without
husband return from the war?
Frog's been. That's an awful
Frog
word.
husband or frogsband.
Frozband.
Alright,
Alright.
yeah, I'm gonna go head out and take care of some stuff.
Okay, see ya.
Fight amongst
Later,
yourselves, I believe.
Dragoni.
Bye, Dragon. What an exit.
What a wonderful exit. All right, so, now, let me see. So, I remember if we lost the fight, it wouldn't spend our items, but yep, it spent all of our items. So,
Ah.
that's not so bad. I have a bunch still stored up. I expected that would happen. I knew that if we
I
would
like just the lone sleep bomb there.
yeah. It's all like beaten up from like being tossed around in our bag and being shoved down to the bottom for the entire time. So it's like, actually, you know what? As long as we're gonna take a second to like set back up, I'm gonna just turn the music back on. Let's heal up and not leave Princess behind on accident, because that would be really not good. Okay.
Quick, leave Princess behind.
Reminder to, what video is that? Is that a song recommendation?
If it's Necrophantasia, I want fucking listen. It's a good song. Good damn song.
Gonna need a lot of healing things. We're gonna need a lot of everything, really. Actually, you know what? First priority, take out Tangy Berry, Dark Cherry. Honestly, 3 Tangy Berries and 3 Dark Cherries will be enough for 3 whole Miracle Shakes. So I think that's worth it. No, it's a Magic Seed, not Tangy Berry. Tangy Berry and Dark Cherries do have a very useful combination, and let me just double check what that is in the recipe book, because we actually bought it so we can do this. Dark Cherries and Tangy Berry. Fully restores party's TP. That might be worth it, because I can buy...
Is it more worth it than
No,
Miracle?
no, see, I can buy as many Dark Cherries and Tangy Berries as I want.
Oh, well, if you can buy them, then go up.
Yeah, so...
Buck
Yeah,
wild, that's what I was trying to say.
That's
Go
not really a
in
limitation for us.
Yeah, so for now, I'll just take this out as well.
And we have obnoxious amounts of...
Yeah, no, the money in the bank that we have is ridiculous. Let me just pop over to the screen
Just
so I can...
frankly
Good night,
hilarious
Sakori.
amounts of money.
Good night, Sakori. Thank you for tuning in.
Bye,
For my
Sakori.
half of an attempt at the fucking pit of 100 trials. But yeah, no, we have literally thousands of berries. We're fine. And just to be safe, because I don't actually remember exactly how many the dark cherries cost. Song. I do have music in mind that I was gonna be playing, so I'll be putting that on first. But I know much less about this fight than I do about the other fight, so I will probably it'll probably take more attempts, so I will probably need more music if I run out of ideas, so I will definitely be keeping that in mind. But I do literally have a playlist of just music dedicated for pulling this shit, where you're throwing yourselves at a brick wall over and over again. I think that's enough dark cherries for now. We'll be back. Alright, let me...
I wish Dark Cherries in real life had this kind of healing property.
The funniest part about dark cherries for me is that you can't even eat them normally. You have
You
to.
have to cook them.
You have to cook them with something because they're just so expensive. Berry smoothie, 2 ingredients, tangy berry, dark cherries. Berry smoothie. All right, so I think for the remaining 2 tangy berries, I'm gonna get cut to cook them into tangy carpaccios and then make queen's dinners. Maybe.
Ooh,
I'm not sure if that's worth it in the long run, but I definitely want as many miracle shakes as I can get. So let's go and get some of those magic seeds from the caravan. Duck cherries. Yes, I'll save. I didn't mean to bump into this crystal, but I will still use it.
We beat Maki, we gotta save just in case.
We saved multiple times over. 5 should be nice. Because we're going to die. We're going to die a lot. Oh, Dragoni's gonna be in the chat. Good. Now, so he won't have to miss out on us suffering.
Hey.
All right, let's do some
Glad to
cooking.
have you here, friend.
2 ingredients, magic seed, dark cherries. I do love that we literally just speed up the footage, and so that you have it just plays the sound effects that normally play, but faster. So it has Alright, I think 3 miracle shakes and just 2 magic seeds on their own will be good for now. Alright, so that's 2 miracle shakes, 2 berry smoothies. We still got 2 magic seeds. We have another dark cherry and 2 tangy berries that we can do stuff with. So I'm gonna put those. Would one of you do me the huge favor of going on the Bug Fables wiki and seeing what these
hang on.
look up Stratos and Delilah and what their
See what they're weak to? Sure.
see what their
Stratos and
status
Delilah.
effects are most effective against them.
Okay, let me see.
I keep forgetting that I can put in multiple things at once. It's a glorious feeling. Let me take out, fuck, what do I want to take out right now? I got plenty of crispy donuts. That much is for sure. I'll take out the sleep bomb, no, I'll leave the fried egg. Maybe not the squash candy. Definitely some of the mushroom salads, though, because we need more healing
Here
items.
we are. Stratos and Delilah. Okay. Stratos is resistant to freeze and numb, and not very resistant to poison. He only has 20 poison resist, and those other 2 are 75.
Okay.
And Delilah over here is decently resistant to everything. 50 poison resist, 60 freeze resist, 65 numb resist. Oh, she can be put to sleep pretty easily. It's just 30.
Okay. So sleep or poison are probably our best bets in terms of,
Poison on Stratos, sleep on Delilah.
But we can't sleep on Delilah. Then she just pulls out her gun. That's what happens when you underestimate her.
You people better have been sleeping on my girl Delilah.
Alright, I'm trying to think about, instill a little myth when Delilah's in the big... That would honestly be hilarious. Also, it occurred to me after the fact that I didn't change my medal layout for when we were fighting Team Maki, so we probably could have been a little bit in a little bit better shape if we had like the HP core stuff.
Triumph Buzz isn't exactly useful. Right?
I don't know if Strong Start is going to be the best idea just by virtue of it's 2 whole MP for a start, something at the start, but also it would let me set up something nice, I guess, at the beginning.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll leave it off for now because this is a fight that I'm almost positive we're gonna have to do again. Alright, I do think that poison needles is gonna be our go-to for V's needles, though. Spiky Bot, I'm gonna keep on. Mighty Pebble, maybe. They both have absurd amounts of defense. So
Can either of them fly? Do we need Mighty Pebble?
No,
Or can we
neither
just-
of them can fly,
Okay.
or at the very least, they won't stay flying. Delilah will take off into the air for part of her attack, but she won't stay in the air.
Okay, then we don't.
Charge
really
Up might be better than Empower, maybe.
Charge Up Plus sounds pretty alright.
Yeah, because what Charge Up Plus, until the next attack stacks 3 times. How much does that? Let's do this. Look at skills. Charge Up Plus costs 5 TP, whereas Empower costs 6. I think we'll go with Charge Up. We'll try that out, but we're definitely going to be keeping Break on because Break will lower their defense at least a little bit, which they have entirely too much of between the two of them.
Yeah.
Let's put on Berry Finder. We'll get a lot of money for fighting them. No.
Let's put on Quick Flee just in case.
You can run away from from Team Maki and Team Slacker. That is entirely a thing that you can do.
Stitch.
Yeah.
I guess
if you
that
think-
makes sense.
Yeah. So, oh fuck, you know what I just remembered as well? We have a Heartberry and we have an Iron Seed.
Ooh.
I was holding off on using these because I didn't know who would be the most, who would benefit the most from them. I'm still up in the air, but I kind of want to give the Heart Seed to Leaf.
Yeah, that makes sense. Kabu and Leaf can afford to die much less than V can.
Yeah, and Kabu even less so because Kabu has Pep Talk, which can be used to revive Leaf if he gets downed.
But he has an extra defense, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. So what I'm thinking is give the extra defense to Leaf because I don't want him to get.
Beefier.
Sorry, what? You
Make him a little beefier.
Yeah, because if he gets taken down, because I don't want him to have too much damage accumulate on him as the fight goes, because he is going to be the main guy for buffing us and also inflicting freeze and stuff, which, even though these guys aren't going to be too, actually...
They can be frozen.
They can be frozen, but it is a lower chance, isn't it? Like, how...
It's weird. Let me go look them up again. I'm pretty sure Delilah
I have the page open.
65.
Stratos is 75 resistance, Delilah is 60.
Okay, with those odds, honestly, I might just equip status, the status increase to V, just so that I can poison them or put them to sleep a little more frequently.
Yeah.
And then just have Leaf, for his job, instead of using ice on them to try and freeze them, try and just be the buffing guy and to give us more... Honestly, maybe giving us Fortify to boost our defense might be helpful.
Yeah.
I think Break and Charge Up is a good combination. Well, okay. Because Charge Up is... How much is the Power Exchange? Or Defense Exchange? Yeah, so boosts an ally's defense by 1, but also reduces their attack by 1. I don't want that. Power Exchange.
For that.
No, this isn't a good idea for this fight because there's no reason to make Leaf the powerhouse, but putting Power Exchange on like Kabu or something could be an interesting strategy for other things. I still got 2 left.
My apologies for...
No, I will... Yawning is a thing that we do. That is, in fact, how life goes. If we only have 2 left...
Did they do any status ailments?
They have the potential to do every status ailment, is the thing,
Oh,
because Delilah's gun, or bazooka, has all the different kinds of bomb types in it, and if you...
Okay, well, be the most annoying. Let's just stick resistance on someone.
Yeah,
Oh no, Venus, that's unfortunate.
I can't read the chat right now. I'm wiping my glasses. What did he say?
My ribcage split open, revealing a grotesque vertical maw, slavering and bleeding with uneven rows of
And
jagged.
prom is tomorrow. Yeah,
Hate
I
it
don't-
when that happens.
God, we've all been there though.
I
You-
didn't go.
The only thing worse than that, zits. When you get a zit right on your face when you're about to, it's the worst.
And when you
Oh,
get it and that, well
yeah,
then.
then just fuck me, I guess. It's over. Honestly,
You're a shoo-in for prom.
yeah, I like Dragoni's take on it even better. Monster prom. Giving V 12 health, honestly, is not the worst idea in the world. Just so that she doesn't get downed quite as frequently, because she still gets revived because of Miracle Matter. But just having a little bit extra health as a cap.
Keep her alive longer means more damage.
Oh, what? Whoa.
Oh, Dakey.
Hi, Dakey.
Hey, Dakey. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks for following.
Yeah, thank you very
our
much for following.
humble stream.
Alright, we are about to take on the second of the super bosses, so, just technically
Get
second
ready
out
to
of...
die a lot.
Yeah, we're gonna be dying a lot. One last look at what our,
Well, it was going okay until you threw straw all over. I only have
And now we gotta pick all this shit up. Alright. Some funny. Yeah, I love Team Maki, like just the how they're split up. It's very fun. All right, here we go. You won't hold back. All right. I've been waiting to let loose. Fuck! I didn't turn off the fucking music. God damn it. It doesn't count. This is a mulligan. This is a mulligan. There's no bills to pay. There's no bills to pay. Don't worry. Shut up. This doesn't count. This doesn't count.
Let's let loose.
Take 2.5.
Oh boy. Here we go. Okay. How are we gonna start? We got break, we got fortify, we got charge up. I kind of want to just go all out with V at first. So I kind of want to do hard charge and then needle pincer on Stratos. Just
Sounds
to
good.
take out some of his health, because needle pincer will ignore some of his defense. But before I do that, I have to have Kabu, pass to Kabu, and then pass it back to V. Alright. Needle pincer. He was asleep for like half a second. But then I... 6 turns of poison. Fuck it, go for another one. I think they should all have guns. No. No.
V should have a gun.
V deserves a gun.
Gun, yeah.
Alright. Yeah, these guys don't fuck around. Okay.
I wish they did. It'd make it easier.
Honestly, it would make their names V with a B-sized Glock. God, I'm pretty sure that Delilah's fucking bazooka is the size of V, though. Fortify. Boost all allies defense for 2 turns. I think
With the gun.
it's like that comic of like, what if Ganondorf suddenly had a gun? It's like, oh, what the fuck is this thing? Like, no, I don't want it. Oh, good, Delilah's asleep. They're both asleep. Fuck yeah. Let's just get some of this back. All right. I could go for Stratos, because I don't want him to heal too much, because sleep does gradually heal. So I kind of just want to wake him up right off the bat. Just to make sure that he's not, you know, too much of a pain in his ass. But also, 3 turns of poison is bad, so I want to heal some of that back. Oh, shit.
What
Mushroom...
definition of bear are we using? Because with Arknights, you can't... it's not a guarantee you know which one.
Alright, Stratos is awake. And now he's going back to sleep.
Rest well, sweet prince.
And he's awake. Because I stabbed him as soon as he went back to sleep. It's fine, don't worry about it.
Stabbing you as soon as you go to sleep.
It's really inconsiderate, honestly. Alright. Break might be nice. Particularly for... No, you know what? As long as I've got this, we're all at full health. I don't need to be worrying about items just yet. Gonna pass it to Kabu. I think I'll just go for some regular damage on Stratos just to see how things start going. Why didn't Stratos? Right, because he was asleep, so he couldn't attack. Or is this a slaking situation, or slacking situation, where he just won't attack every other turn, but when he does, he just fucking slices you in half? Alright, I think we do need to start putting a little bit of pressure on Delilah, though, before she starts helping out Stratos, because I do know, if you take out one of them, the other will use a magic seed and revive their partner with 7 HP. So you have to take them out. And hope that they don't use the item immediately. Well, you don't have to take them out at the exact same time, but
Just
like
close.
you have to hope that they don't use the magic seed right after you take them out. All right, let's see. Break, fortify, charge up.
Do they have unlimited magic seed, or is it like Pokemon where they only have 2 potions in general?
Best I could say is like 2.
Okay.
At tops. Like maybe they could, like one can use it on the other. Like Stratos can revive Delilah once and vice versa.
Okay.
But that's my best guess. I haven't exactly seen very many people get that far in this fight, honestly.
It's that bad, huh?
It's very tough. Piercing damage is good. Stratos is taking poison damage, and I do need to start focusing Delilah. 9 damage is pretty good. Not as good as it could be. There's the gun. That went better than I expected.
Kabu took like 0 damage net in the end.
Good job, Kabu.
Hold on, there are 2. Right, there's
what the
sticky.
hell is the oil status effect?
I don't know what the name of that one is, but I know sticky makes it so I can't use items, and then this one is making it so I can't use skills, but I don't know what the oil one is called.
That one just makes you slippery.
Yeah, you try and use one of your, like, Kabu runs up to try and do heavy strike, and he just slips and falls. A la Charlie Brown going to kick the football. Whoa! Alright, let's see here.
You pull the football up and I'll fall on my back and kill myself.
Alright. Frozen Drill. Honestly, Frozen Drill on
Charlie Brown
Delilah.
movies are still very good.
The what?
The Charlie Brown movies are still
They are. They are really good. That's good. That's good. Freezing and whacking without mercy. No, definitely not. Honestly, just Hurricane Toss to try and start getting some damage on some of them. It's not as much as I'd like, but it's some damage.
Damage. And every little bit counts. Oh, 69 on Stratos.
Delilah, what are you doing? You ruined the 69!
God damn it.
75 on Strata.
God, what Len said about Apple fucking yoinking it off the air, that will never not piss me off.
If Apple hadn't earned my ire already, they would have earned it with that.
Mm-hmm. Jesus, 7 turns
There
of
we
poison.
go.
Yeah!
V6.
Yeah! Fuck yeah!
Well, shit. I was about to use some items so we could get back some of our GP, but
I
then...
didn't realize Strato was quite this weak to poison.
it's great. It's great.
Turns.
I do think that
7 turns.
I think that poison needles did get buffed though in
Oh.
more recent patches, in the most recent patch though, so that it inflicts more poison, because when we were fighting, oh here. That is so fucking mean. Holy shit.
No items.
Oh god.
Final
The-
destination.
The worst part of that move is the fact that she changes the rate, like the pace of her shots, and it's so fucking mean. It's so rude. I can't even use any of my fucking better moves on V now that she's in the danger V area, because she can't use items or skills because of those fucking...
Delilah's a, not to be rude, but a bit of a bitch.
Delilah's a hoe. I'm only being mean to her because I love her. But I would also like to win this fight sometime this century. Oh no! Bye, B. No, and Burger! No! Jesus. Alright.
Enough with the burgers.
Enough burgers.
Why do we even have that many?
Alright, we need to start focusing on Stratos again, just because those burgers are really starting to worry me.
Those burgers are adding up.
I've put on a few pounds, but I think I've still got it. Cleaves V in half.
Oh god. I'm having burgers tomorrow.
Phew.
My dad found a recipe for coffee.
Oh no!
Wendy's pub
Oh
burger.
god. Oh thank fuck that I just got the ability to use items back, because if we didn't use the Miracle Shake right the fuck now... Actually, wait, no, V's about to come back in Danger V zone. I could go with the Magic Seed on Kabu instead, yeah.
You still have plenty of TP, so...
I'll just take this turn to get back on my feet. No fair. Well, Kabu's back down to the same health that he had when the turn started. Good to know the long leg summoners are... Venus, what are you quoting there? Because it sounds like it sounds super familiar.
It's Final Pam.
Oh my god. Next time you go hunting for bounties, you invite Delilah. That's like the only line from that video that I know, because it's one of those like history of the modern internet things that I have to like tell myself to sit down and watch and like mentally be prepared for, so I can appreciate its like true majesty. Let's try Needle Toss.
Stratos is large.
Stratos hasn't stopped being poisoned since the beginning of the fight.
He's having a rough day.
I've got a strong liver. Ow, ow, ow. Kabu has not gotten to move on his own for like 6 turns now, because I keep using Frozen Drill.
Frozen Dill's is really good.
It's been very good for Delilah. I think this might be it for Kabu. Yeah, that's it. Bye, Kabu. Okay, I need to use a Miracle Shake, like, now. Because I don't think I will have enough time for V to get revived.
Yeah.
Alright, how are we gonna do this? I don't like Delilah having 2 turns.
Yeah, that's a little
Nor
bad.
do I.
But Stratos, I really do need to keep them at relatively comparable amounts of health, or else it will start to cause problems.
I mean, if it's only 7 HP, it's not super bad.
That's, well, yeah, but there's also other buffing items that she can do.
Mm.
I don't think Stratos gets another turn, though. I think only Delilah gets the 2nd turn, so maybe it would be better to focus on her then.
Leaf is always carrying the team, if I'm honest.
Leaf is so goddamn good. He's being very helpful. I haven't been using him to his full buffing potential recently, but goddamn, I need to.
Never underestimate buffs.
Oh, I'm not biased because I voice him. What makes you say that?
I'd never accuse you of being biased towards Leaf, Dragona.
There may or may not be a reason that I've leaned on using the Killer V strats. Jesus, that fucking attack. Stratos, Stratos,
Everyone just goes silent when she pulls out the bazooka.
I need you to stop. Oh good, he's still striking that pose as if he's charging. No, I got rid of the poison though! Well, we gotta fix that. Alright. I don't have any TP left. I need to do something.
Maybe a little based instead of a little pie.
Little based.
Just a little based.
Okay. Oh, fuck.
Christ.
No more burgers!
Where are you keeping all those?
Based Dragoni.
Base Dragoni having good taste in bugs.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, there's not a bad choice for a favorite bug in this game. I'm trying to think about a single bug that I've, like, actively disliked as a character. Or even, like, as a design, and I can't think of a single one. Like, there have been some that haven't stood out as much as others, but, like...
I dislike that one, like, bee who kept being creepy towards me. Or Multiply, or whatever the hell he was.
There... I mean, the bee knight that gave us the all your base up a lot.
I think Quark's talking about the
bee
guy
in
with
the top hat.
big hat.
Oh, Bombi, yeah, yeah. Hold on.
All your base belong to Dragoni.
I have that filter on speed dial right now, so I might as well use it. It's just the one that I had it set to, and I didn't feel like changing it.
Yeah, I know what you mean by that. It's just funny.
I could set it so that I have the False Monarch's voice on speed dial, so I could say only 90s kids remember like every 10 minutes, but you know that's not as applicable as a robot voice.
Only 90 kids.
Only 90 kids remember? That can't be right. There's way more than 90 kids. Charge up. I think Fortify might be
They
good.
say only 90s kids remember, but my memory's still bad. That wasn't a very good joke.
No, that's a very good joke because God, my memory is fucking awful. Charge. We need Fortify. We need to have a little bit of defense. And V needs to start doing Needle Pincer again. Because Stratos is starting to get a little too much health back.
He's looking too healthy for my taste.
Well, V was going down even if I did block that.
Oh man. Oh man.
No!
Oh my god!
It was pretty good for a real first attempt.
Okay.
Well, at least we got everything.
Oh, we came close.
We did. We came very close.
Little ass. But you know,
Yeah.
we're getting there.
This is a fight that I fully anticipated having to do another version or another stream for. So, but just give me 1 minute to finish setting up the music so that I can have it ready and just kind of not have to worry about it. Yeah. Team Slacker more powerful than Team Maki. That's what I wanted to know. Also, gun. Gun might have a little bit to do with it. All right. Let's take a look at what our items are and how we can. I honestly don't think the sleep bomb was that helpful. I think we can just get rid of that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave the music off for dramatic effect right now because this is my fall from grace. I have to fall before I can rise. Store the sleep bomb. All right. What can I take out that would be more helpful? Queen's dinner.
Healing's nice.
Healing is nice. I think that the Queen's dinner is a nice blend of healing and TP stuff back, and honestly, we might have too much TP restoration stuff in our inventory, and it might be nice to just have some more mushroom salads. So let's take one of those. Honestly, the squash candy is probably the least helpful out of those items, so I'll just store the squash candy. Take it. Maki still isn't fully recovered from the Wasp King set him on fire. Oh my god, if he was at full power, I'd fucking cry. Oh yeah, actually, as long as we're in a lull between things. Oh yeah, there was a patch note that said that the microwave slowly moved as you used it. I took screenshots and I can't quite tell if it's actually moving or not based on these. Like I did a frame by frame analysis where I was like, and I couldn't really tell. It might have.
Nah, it looks like it's still in the same spot.
Yeah, so this is footage from my mystery mode playthrough, or Ruigi playthrough, where you have to pay to level up. So I reached level 27, and Edel said that we're at max rank. And neat, is there a max reward? And so, canonically speaking, the only team that has reached Explorer rank 27 is Maki's team.
Huh.
And what that means in terms of lore, Team Slacker doesn't actually do all that much,
They aren't doing actual exploring. They just got really strong because they fuck around all the time, you know?
Exactly. So their rank isn't actually all that high, despite the fact that they are ridiculously strong. Also,
one of them has
makes sense.
Nuka that can rapid fire.
Yeah, Venus, if you post the link again, I will use it for this attempt, I think. I do have another...
It's such a good song.
I do have another song pulled up, so I think that this will be the, so I will do that one after this one. So if you want to post that link, I will do it. Actually, I can probably scroll up far enough. I'm not used to having the ability to actually click on. There it is. There it is.
Oh, yeah, I hadn't noticed that the chat in OBS window isn't a blurry mess.
Well, that's probably because I'm not looking at it. Why? I didn't heal! I could have You fool! Bye! I could have sworn I fucking went to the house. I could have sworn. Did I just go into the other room?
Music starts up.
Did I just go into the other room and hit the save crystal and then not fucking heal? Or am I just insane? Oh my god. I'm a fucking moron.
Venus, I think you might need to refresh.
Boy. Alright. Saving again. Jesus. At least we can run. At least we don't have to watch ourselves die. No, I pushed the B button. Didn't mean to.
Ourselves died.
Let's start this up again.
Okay. Same first strat. Hard charge. Turn relay to Kabu. Turn relay to V. Needle pincer. Need to get that good head start on Stratos. Okay. Oh, and he's asleep now, so I get a little bit of extra leeway. That shouldn't have worked. Shouldn't have been able to block like that. And yet, here I am. Frozen Drill on Delilah was very good. I might start using Hard Charge on Kabu and like having him keep it rather than pass it on to V, just so I can do a little bit more damage to Delilah.
That sounds good.
So that's just one. Alright. Hard charge. Yep, hard charge. And where's Frozen Drill? There it is. That's a good chunk of damage. Hey, no jams. Only my jams are allowed.
My sick jam.
I control the jams! Alright, where's the... What was I gonna do next? Alright, what, by the way, is the volume for the music good in terms of game balance and all that in our voices? Because...
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, not me. Okay.
Yeah, because you're watching stream. Yeah, no, but I figured it was okay for you if it wasn't deafening me, just because of the nature of the thing. Alright. You know what? Oh, I can't swap because I need everyone to have an active turn for that. Damn it. Okay. V... More needles.
Just make him more poison.
It's good volume, that's good. And one on Delilah for no good. Yeah, wasn't gonna do anything anyway. I'm getting better at those tossed things. Alright, now that everyone has their turn, swap with Kabu. So that Leaf can take it just a little bit more, and I can swap back to Kabu once he gets a little bit of health back. Because this turn he's using Hard Charge again. We do need a little bit of TP back though, so we're gonna... Donut. I probably wouldn't have needed to get that much TP back if it wasn't for the fact that I kept using needles. And by the way, it's time for more needles. This is genuinely the best way that I have to deal with Stratos right now. I know there's ways that we can...
Hey, if it's working, don't fix it.
There's definitely ways that I could get V to be doing more damage with Needle Pincer, but honestly, this is a tough fight, and I kind of like the strategy we're doing. I know the person I watched do it did poison strats on V, which I haven't tried yet, but I very well might if it starts going downhill. But also, holy shit, that was perfect turn on Delilah. How the fuck did we manage that?
I don't know.
We froze her and everything somehow.
10 turns of poison!
My guy needs to go to the fucking emergency room.
He's got an impossibly strong liver. Let's see. Hold on. Let me read the burst from underground, flipping an enemy with a chance to freeze it. I know this ignores at least one defense because it has the horn attribute applied to it, but I don't know how many of Kabu's moves are little absurd in parts. Yeah, it is ridiculous in parts, particularly the bazooka.
That's kind of how super bosses are.
Yeah, the bazooka is really the most disgusting part, just because of the way that it changes the rhythm of its rate of fire, that makes it ridiculously, you know.
That's all liver.
All liver.
It's all liver, baby. It's all liver, baby. Hail to the king, baby.
Oliver Stratos.
Fuck it, more frozen Joe.
Liver enlargement surgery.
Thank you. That was way too early to get a super block. Oh no. Well, bye, Leaf. How did I do that? I super blocked all of those. Okay.
Damn.
That's what people in the business call king shit.
Alright. Let's see.
Medically,
Neither.
I think that's...
I love when like there's a certain degree of being like really unsure about something, but it's just like that's unadvised. Actions to turn. Yeah, so Delilah now charged, so she has so she has 2 turns instead of just 1.
I don't think she should have even the one person.
Yeah, we should really get on that.
At Bug Fables Dev, please fix the glitch where Delilah does things.
That might not have been the best use of that turn.
Oh god, oh god,
Oh,
oh god,
fuck.
oh god.
Miracle Shake. I have to.
But at least we get to listen to this catchy song.
It's a pretty darn good song, I have to say.
It is!
V doesn't have the health to be able to keep up with Delilah's fucking bazooka. Like, I'm pretty sure that every time that Delilah's pulled out the bazooka, V has gone down. Which, given the fact that
Except that one time when you nailed all the timings.
Well, no, that was the needles that she was throwing, like the snazer darts.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, not the bazooka. Because the bazooka's rhythm is always different. It just changes based on whatever the fuck she feels like that day. Alright. Fortify, break, cleanse, charge up. I can't cleanse her of the second turn. Because it's only for temporary things, not permanent ones. And that's permanent for the rest of the fight. Boosts all allies' defense by 1 for 3 turns. Charges up the party. This might be a waste of TP, but I want to try doing multiple charge-ups. Just to see where it gets us. No, you know what? Okay, I think I have an idea. This might be a terrible idea, but it's an idea.
You're filling me with confidence.
I'm reasonably confident in this idea, though. Okay, so my idea...
Stop bullying V.
That's not my idea, that's her idea.
I know.
So, my idea... Have Leaf use charge up 3 times in a row until he has 3 charges. And as Leaf as V and Kabu get their charges from the 3-person charge up, they continue to do damage, and when Leaf hits 3 charges, I have Kabu use Frozen Drill. so that way
Sure.
I can get various boosts out of it over the turns, and then I can get I can have like one big attack to try and like chip away at you know. Jesus. Oh my god. Danger V. Danger V and charge up is absurd. I should have started using this sooner.
Oh, girl.
No, no long leg summoners. Hold on. No, wait. Stop. Stop. Oh, fuck.
Oh no!
No, autoplay. Why does my brother have autoplay turned on? And also, why is it set to my brother's profile on here and not mine? Various questions. All of everything was a mistake. Okay. I need Kabu back. Kabu needs to be here. Because he's just been really good damage.
We miss him. We want him here.
This is a stupid idea. No, I can't afford doing it for Kabu. Because I was gonna say, I could have Kabu use Hard Charge, and then have V use Relay to pass it to Kabu, and then have Kabu pass it right back to V so that she could use the charges. But the thing is, Kabu would be left with 2 health at that point, and I can't afford that. He can't go down again. So he needs to get some healing on him. V, on the other hand, needle time.
And B, on the other hand, needs to stay as unhealthy as possible.
Oh no.
Oh god,
Oh,
oh
I
god.
don't like that.
Not that unhealthy.
Girl.
Oh my god. So if I get the perfect block on both of those, on both of the things when she lands, she deals 1 damage to me, but I do 1 back because of Spiky Bod, and that healing thing,
Heal.
I take 1 point of damage, but Spiky Bod deals 1 back, and she heals for 1, so she gets a net gain of nothing, and I only lose 2 health, or Kabu only loses 2 health for that.
Absolutely incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had an experience in my life. I wish that was me.
You would not believe your eyes if experiences happen to guys.
They only happen to women.
This might actually be enough to take out Delilah. That's enough. She's down. No, she's not. Never mind. I was slightly off. No!
Oh god, Team Viewer, please, don't leave me in the dark like this. Okay.
He
That
used
was a
a
little
he used a
painful.
queen's
Could be
dinner.
worse. Oh no.
Tell me they can't just spam those.
No, they definitely can't be they can't use like tons and tons of those. Like that's just not how this works. We need all of our TP back. Bye, Kabu. Are you fucking serious?
Oh my god, really?
Oh my god, that's disgusting. They're almost back at half health each. That's
I hate this.
disgusting. That's genuinely awful.
Absolutely disgusting.
I'm
And they
fucking
can use miracle seeds too?
I'm
That's
fucking
bullshit.
furious. I'm fucking irate.
You know, Maki Team had a fun boss design, but this one just seems kind of shitty.
In terms of their synergy, yeah.
Anime shouldn't be allowed to. I was right. They shouldn't.
Oh, thank God, he's at least asleep, so he can't use his second turn. Hey. No. That's fucking bullshit. You're not allowed to use items that no one else has ever used in that game, because fucking clear water bombs, that's bullshit. No one ever fucking uses those things, because they're shitty. And it's honestly not worth it. To just, you can just wait the extra fucking turns. 6 HP to the party while reviving fallen allies. That's good. I need that. I need that now. I need Kabu back. I miss him, and I love him very much. And I appreciate him. I need to keep having Frozen Drill and Needle Pincer just non-stop, back-to-back, one after the other on both of these two. Because otherwise, they're gonna be getting too much health back too quickly. Bye, Leaf.
Okay, that's not so bad. Now we're in danger.
Don't say that.
Look, I have actual wood over in the corner.
Any amount of risk is too much.
No burgers! No burgers allowed.
How many fucking different kinds of healing items do you have?
It's less about... The healing is less the problem for me, personally. For, at least for the burger. Because that's only 6 health. That's not awful.
Yeah, the burger's fine.
But the buff.
It's annoying, but...
The buff of, like, getting health back is what really pisses me off about it.
Oh.
That was a very generous round on the bazooka.
Okay, this is fine. This is fine.
This is fine. This is manageable. Charge up. I might be able to take down Stratos this turn. With the way that Danger V strats are. Yes! That's one down. Okay. Okay, he's almost definitely gonna get revived.
Gun we have to deal with.
He's almost definitely gonna get revived, but I need... But that's just... He might stay down for 1 whole turn. He might stay down for 2... Or he might get revived immediately. Either way, that's still wasting one of Delilah's turns. No!
Oh,
No! Damn it!
Fucking damn it!
We should have healed. We should have healed.
Damn it.
We were so close.
So alive.
Fuck.
That was a good...
Delilah is definitely the bigger threat of the two.
Honestly, I'm baffled that she is. I'm so surprised that she ended up being the bigger threat. compared to the fucking 100 HP, 3 defense behemoth known as Stratos. Damn. Alright.
I can feel the rage coming out.
It's
Going through my
rage
head.
and, like,
Sorry, too.
exasperation, but also determination butted up.
Da-da-da-da.
Alright, let's try doing a little bit of metal rearrangement and see if there's something I can do even slightly differently. Because I feel like a poison
think-
strat to boost V's attack even more, or even just taking... You know what? Sleep hasn't really been helping all that much. Let's take sleep off.
I think like any bit of extra TP would help at this point too. Since you
Honestly,
need to constantly use it.
yeah, maybe. Victory Buzz isn't worth it, because obviously, I was thinking for a second that it would be another way to steadily restore TP, but we already have TP core equipped. Status booster on... No, V doesn't even really need the status booster, because the only one that she can easily poison is the only one that she can only easily reach, Stratos, and she's already poisoning him plenty, so there's no need for status booster.
What's prayer do?
Prayer means if you do nothing, they restore 2 HP. Meditation
useful.
restores 1 TP if they do nothing, and reflection increases defense for 1 turn. But
Not
in this
useful
fight,
thing happened this fight.
yeah, in this fight, we cannot afford to, You know what? Favorite one on Leaf might be worth it. Or maybe Kabu. Maybe Kabu, because Kabu has a little bit more bulk to take it, but it is also taking away his 1 defense. I think I'll put it on Leaf instead, just because because if Kabu has it, then then Leaf and V would be getting the buff instead of Kabu. And Kabu getting any extra hits for Frozen Drill is good. And on top of that,
Ginger V and Kabu getting buffs is good.
So having Leaf getting, if he takes damage, boosting everyone else will be a solid strat. So let's try that, and then...
Yeah, because Leaf we're mostly using for Frozen Drill and buffs.
I don't know if there's enough badges or medals that I can take off that would allow me to equip, I haven't been using Break. I'll take Break off. I have been using Fortify occasionally, so I'll keep that, just in case. If there's anything that only uses 1 status relay, I need status relay, though. Because, well... No, I don't need status relay, because V's already got the danger V going up. No, I wasn't gonna go for TP plus, because that's only 3. And ultimately, we get that back with TP core anyway.
Yeah.
Because this restores 2 TP every 2 turns, so that's 4 TP every 2 turns total. So functionally, we already have that, and it's honestly a little bit more reliable anyway. So I think with this 4, I'm gonna put another last attack on V. No, not Kabu. V. There. Just so that she does that extra bit of damage when she's in that danger zone, because she really needs it.
Just make V do obscene amounts of damage.
Honestly, V and Kabu have been doing so much damage between the 2 of them, and I'm proud of them, and I'm proud of Leaf for Kabu just kind of sliding off the table there.
He just fell off.
Yep.
All right, here we go.
I've been waiting to let. I'm sure you have.
Give us some music.
I've got some music playing, but it's a little quiet. And I have Edge cranked, I have cable A cranked, and I've got the YouTube video cranked. This is as loud as it's gonna get.
Maybe pick a different song.
Yeah, I'll just do that. Fuck it. Different song. What's a good one? This isn't an extended one, so I'll just have to have it set to loop, but it'll do. How's that?
That's loud enough. I can hear that.
Oh shit! I just saw what Dragoni was saying about the frozen drill thing. Also, it's lucky today, goddamn. All right, pair of frosty pom poms. All right, let's do this. Hard charge. Frozen drill right away on Delilah. Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
Unbelievable.
Let me see if I can find it. I know we just got to the good part of this, but this is a one that's already long, so I don't have to worry about resetting it. Because... Oh boy, alright. Oh, well, TeamViewer's down. Give me a minute.
Oh man.
Everything's happening all at once.
Oh god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh, the music is suddenly so much louder. TeamViewer, why? Why? TeamViewer.
What?
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so no, oh. So sorry. That was awful. Give me a minute. I need to sort out TeamViewer. We're gonna put up the ring. Give me just a second. Okay, no, apparently none of that was going through because I thought I had cable A muted on stream, but apparently it was still being fed through. So what I was trying to say was that I'm going to switch over to something different for a second, or to the ring for a second, so that I can fix the volume and shit, and also get TeamViewer running again, because wow, that was loud. So bear with me for a minute. say. Okay, so I'm gonna unmute cable A, which will be the also bye Dragoni. Sorry, I didn't have a chance to say goodbye. But I'm gonna unmute cable A. This volume should be okay, but if it's not, yell at us that it's loud. Oh, looking at the dial, that looks like it should be perfect. Please tell me it's perfect.
Here's hoping, at least.
Here is very much hoping. Sound is good. Excellent. Thank fuck. Alright. Back at it. Tagging in. Let's go. Also, Quark had to go get something. So she's gonna be gone for just a second. But she will be back. Okay. I hate not being able to use items. Quark is also dead, but only temporarily. Do charge up. Fuck it. Fuck it, more needle pincer. Fuck it, we can never have too much needle pincer. $11 goddamn turns of poison on Stratos. Oh, there's that favorite one buff. That's just what the doctor ordered. I still can't use items. Fuck. Okay. No, relay to Leaf, who can use items. I know this is really early in the fight to use a berry smoothie, but it's good as any. Oh, she's already using her second turn.
God.
No, don't do 2 long leg summoners in a row. Oh, god damn it. Bye, Kabu.
That is unfortunately early in the fight for that to happen.
Mm-hmm. And he had another charge that he could have been using. Damn. And he went down. Okay.
Boy, this is a great attempt.
I don't know. I think we can turn it around. I think we can turn this one around. We just gotta believe. Gotta do what?
Gotta believe!
Yes. Oops. Good one for good luck. That shouldn't have worked.
1 health.
I cannot believe that shit worked. "14 turns of poison." Oh, good. She's frozen. She can't use her extra turn.
Excellent.
Bye, V. She had no hope of surviving that. Copper back a little health. What's a good thing to use on Stratos to get some damage in? I would think it would be Fly Drop, but V's gonna be down for another 2 turns. Fuck it, I'll do Hard Charge on this turn. Oh no. No burgers. Okay, this is perfect. This is probably the best that it could have been. Fly Drop or Frozen. No, I can't do Fly Drop yet. Frozen Drill. I need to do some damage on Stratos. I know this won't be the most effective, but that's actually pretty damn effective. Holy shit. I need to use the Queen's Dinner as soon as V gets revived. If I survive that long. No, that's it. Damn it. That's it. That was alright, though. That wasn't the worst. That wasn't the worst thing that it could have been. Alright, let's find another song. Let's go back and heal first. Damn. No. I'm trying to navigate with my left hand only while scrolling through the playlist with my right hand, so it's me trying to navigate is very... Oh, you know what? That's actually a perfect one. V's still stuck outside, don't worry.
No nap time for V.
She's gonna go right into the battle with Danger V stats. Not even a goddamn care in the world. I could try and experiment with some items that do buffing things on us, as opposed to relying on V or Leaf's buffing, which costs our TP. No, I don't want. I wanted to jump on the table. I didn't want to talk to you, but honestly, I don't feel like going off and getting all those items right now, and I don't know which ones would be the most effective off the top of my head. And I know that there's some really damn good items, but I don't know what they are right now, so I'm not going to worry about them. I'm just going to keep doing what we're doing because I feel like we can do this. And if this strategy doesn't work by the end of the night, when we come back to it, I'll try out some of those other items and just see how that goes. Oh, it's a very good song. You fucking know it.
What is it again?
Antasma's theme from Mario and Luigi Dream Team. I love this theme more than I actually like the final boss theme of Dream Team, which is pretty good, but it doesn't compare to this or the final Bowser theme from, or the grand finale from Bowser's Inside Story.
Grand finale.
The grand final, or in the final, as the video on the sidebar is saying that it is, which is an interesting title for it, but you know. Give me a sec. All right. Charge up. I'm gonna start doing Needle Toss instead of Needle Pincer because I don't know how much more damage Needle Pincer does, if any. So it might have just been me expending extra TP for no real reason. I think it might actually just be worse. I'll have to start just doing Needle Toss instead. Good. I never really stopped to think about exactly how uncomfortable that particular move from Delilah is. Just like how weird that is to be used as an attack. I don't know. It makes sense because she uses a mosquito and all that, but also It's uncomfortable. Uncomfy. Charge up or fortify. We're not taking too much damage just yet, but I definitely need to try out fortify again, because it's well worth it. I'll just try a regular attack for now. I don't know if that was worth it. That was definitely not worth it. Fuck it. Needle toss again.
Nintendo 64. I've got nothing else funny to say at this point.
I'm shot. I'm like, I don't want to stop because I feel like we could do it, but like I've run out of things to say about how the fight goes. Boy. Oh, Delilah's recovered an uncomfortable amount of HP. I need to start focusing on her again with Frozen Drill. V's gonna go down this turn. That's fine. Oh god. Stratos is in his second form now. Okay. It might be worth it to start to use the Queen's Dinner here. Thinking of it. Well, I don't know about Leaf's health, but it wouldn't be a waste of TP. Like, it's not like we would be going over or anything. So that's... Yeah, I'll do that. Takes V out of danger V range, but it's fine. Just do this. Charge up. Fuck it. We'll do Frost Bowling. We'll just fuck around and find out. That's pretty good damage. Oh, now she's in her second form too. I didn't block either of those. That's bad. But they are both relatively low. It's good.
Ah, fucking bots.
Smack. Slapped. Okay. It looked like it was like the text is all corrupted on my end. I don't know if that's what it looks like on Twitch or not, but it just looks like they're trying to reach through like eldritch portals to try and get to make other people become famous, you know? And it's like it's not, no, you're not getting anywhere with that. Oh my god. If anything, that makes you stand out even more. All right. Let's see. Kabu's the only one that has a turn this turn. Give a little extra health to Leaf, because he's got the least defense for the most amount of time. Oh, bye, B.
Fuck.
4 turns of defense debuff on Leaf. Jesus H. Christmas.
Terrifying.
Very much so. Alright. Booster's pretty sticky. No. We gotta... This is a rough spot. It's a very rough spot. I just need to heal Kabu a little bit. happen to me on those timings? Fuck.
Oh.
Damn it. I need to do Miracle Shake. I won't be able to make it through if I don't. Damn. No, not turn relay. Bye, Kabu. That's it. Fuck.
This is one hell of a fight.
Yeah, it is. This is absurd. So absurd. We can do this. I know we can. I don't know if it'll be tonight. I don't know if this will be.
Might not. Probably not tonight.
Yeah. It's almost 11:30 at this point, and we started at 8. Let me turn the volume down in my ears.
God, yeah, it was so close that one time.
Still not. The bazooka really is just the single, like, most dangerous thing about that whole fight, because it turns the whole thing around in less than a minute, or like less than one fucking move, because it's so much damage. It can inflict status effects that stop us from using items or our skills, so I either can't have Leaf do buffs or I can't get enough health back. It's a lot. It's so... It doesn't even feel like they synergize together in the same way that Team Maki does. Because, like, with Team Maki, like, you can focus on one and then the other will make up for that. So you have to pick your poison. But with Team Slacker, it just feels like they're two entirely different behemoths. One of them is just a fucking wild card of artillery and guns and fucking spiders in a capsule. And then Stratos is just beef. So it's so goddamn much to keep track of. It's too much. What am I willing to put up with today? It's not fucking this. Oh,
Maybe
boy.
another day.
Another day. I know we can do it. I know we can. I know we'll get there eventually. Not tonight, but eventually. Oh, boy. Looking back at the dropped frame counter, though, I'm just reminded of
That
how...
took a little longer than I expected. What I missed.
Welcome back.
I died twice.
F.
Yeah, it sucked.
Yeah,
But-
I think we're about ready to call it, too.
Okay.
Yeah, we're Iconoclasters had...
Oh, God, that boss. I know exactly what you're talking about, Venus.
You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of that one fucking, that one mini game or something in... Is it Mario Odyssey, or is it like... I don't know. It's some mini game... No, it's in one of the Mario and Luigi games. There's a mini game in it where you have to remember more things than the human brain is typically, like, chemically possible of keeping track of at once. So...
Oh, it was Fitzroy? I thought you were talking about the other secret boss.
God damn, there were some real good attempts in there, though. I feel like we can do it. I don't know if we'll do it anytime soon. We might just put a pin in this and come back to it after playing a little more Under Hero. Just to kind of take a break. But
Sounds good.
yeah. This is a very good mining ant, though, Dakey. I do not blame you for getting... Yeah, I definitely need a break from this, though. It's... The double boss secret wasn't that bad. Yeah. Ah, boy.
That is weird, because I found it to be the other way around, that Fitzroy I ended up beating just fine on my second try, and then the other secret boss took me forever, and yet ended up being my favorite boss.
Fitzroy, you said he's from Iconoclasts, right? What kind of game
Yeah.
is Iconoclast? Is it like in line with
More it's a Metroidvania.
Metroidvania? Okay, okay. Because for whatever
And
reason,
Play it on stream at some point because I love the game.
I've heard very good things about it. There are quite a handful of games on my list of things that I want to stream. Many of them are Game Boy games. We're getting there. We're getting there. One of these days, I'm gonna have a grab bag stream of just Game Boy stuff. But for tonight, I think this is it. I'm still baffled that we beat Team Maki on the first attempt of the night. And
Good on you.
Dang impressive.
I was very happy with that. Team Maki is a fun challenge, but Team Slacker it's just that little bit too much that it just
Yeah.
Quark, I think you weren't here when I mentioned this, but it was like Team Maki, they synergize together really nicely. So it feels like you can pick your poison of like, you want to take out Yin first, then you have to deal with Maki being permanently buffed. If you want to focus on Maki first, you have to deal with Kina getting buffed every time that you hit him, and all that, and so like and so it feels like you have more decisions to make in that fight, versus with Team Slacker, you're facing two entirely different beasts. Like one of them is this non-stop onslaught of this artillery and this gun, and then Stratos, which I think even Stratos as a standalone boss would have been great. Just the idea of having this impossibly defensive with like all this health, and just being completely just this seemingly impassable wall. But then when you put the two of them together, it feels like they really are just two bosses that don't synergize together, and so it makes it that much harder. Like it feels something more in line with like Team Maki feels like a tag team battle. This just feels like an extra enemy got spawned that shouldn't be in the fight at that time. Like, I don't think that on their own either of them would be worthy.
Randomizer roll.
Yeah, it's like, I don't think on their own either of them would be a super boss status. I think they would be maybe late game stuff. But like, together, they earned the title of being a super boss just because they don't mesh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
whatever.
And the Queen's dinner is just the icing on the cake.
That Queen's dinner was such a slap in the face. Oh my god.
That would have been the fight too. That would have been the one where we could have done it. It's so much. It's too much. Oh my god. If you will allow me to indulge in
I do think the revive is too much too.
Yeah. If you'll allow me to indulge in one extra boss fight, I want to take a visit to the BOSS.
Okay.
The bug opening system?
The bug opening system, you got it. It won't be anything extreme, but I just want to do a quick fight that makes me smile.
Okay.
Alright. Honestly, I don't have any particular one in mind so much as it is just I want to fight something and feel like I succeeded against it. So just kind of wind down just a little bit.
I can't even blame you after that fucking. What the fuck was that?
It was so much. It was so goddamn much.
Easy strats.
I feel it's achievable, but it doesn't feel.
It's cheese strats, but on you.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's not necessarily that it's cheese strats, it's just the sheer volume of stuff that they have to throw at us. That's really so much. Streaming Iconic Horizon, I'd like to say that I did Iconic speedrun once, low percent, 3 hours. I've done a handful of speedruns of things other than just like Sonic Adventure 2, which is I streamed that when I did it. But I want to do another like get through a game quickly kind of thing of something that I'm familiar with. So
Yeah.
like something like a Game Boy game that's really short that I know really well. Like for example, doing what's it called? Nightmare in Dreamland, the Meta Nightmare mode, or something like that, because that you can do that in less than an hour. And last
God
year,
damn, Venus.
someone would have to. Oh boy.
It's just speed running just for the sake of grabbing screenshots.
All right, so I don't have this unlocked, but there are EX versions of each of these bosses, which lets you fight the version of the boss that you would normally fight in the hardest.
Hard mode? Okay.
No, not even hard.
hardest mode.
Yeah, hardest mode, which is the menu code for it.
Extremely hard mode.
Yeah. So I don't remember what the unlock condition for that is. I think it's beat every one of them once, or it might just be beat like a certain number of them once in rush mode or something. I don't remember exactly, but let's take a look at some of the bosses that we can do just as a... I turned the music back on, so we could fight the Watcher just for its fun theme. And if we do that, you know what, fuck, we'll put on hard mode for that because I feel like we're a little over-prepared for it, so we'll just fight the Watcher to do,
Okay.
just to close it out. The Watcher, and, like, Chapter 4 didn't introduce the most number of, like, characters and all that, but, like, it... Nice! 69!
Yeah!
We made it, boys. Alright. Fuck it, it's the first turn, let's try out Frost Relay. I've heard that it's better now. Before, it was so much TP and so little damage, it was not even close to worth it. I'm so busy trying to hit the right buttons that I didn't even tell. Does this just go on? Oh, no, okay. So that's like 8 hits. Or, that's 8 relays. Jesus, that's ridiculous. That's if it wasn't that it diminished so quickly in terms of damage that it was dealing, that would be really really good. But it doesn't. It's just that the amount of damage that each hit deals decreases too quickly for it to be super worth it. I do think that it's significantly better than it was before, though. Yeah, this song do be slapping. This is probably my favorite. Just everything building up to this boss was great. God, I just remembered earlier, like when we were doing chapter 3 or chapter 4 rather, and we were in the and we got to the Astothiles fight, and I was getting my ass kicked, and then Sega accidentally joined the call, and we were like, Sega, help, I'm dying, and he's just like, hello, and he's like, Sega, help, bye-bye. It wasn't just the fact that he said bye-bye and left us there, but it was also the fact that first he said hello specifically. Oh man, this whole series has been so good. I do feel like this is a good, like a satisfying note to leave it on if we somehow like just don't end up coming back to the super boss, which I do want to. I do want to eventually finish Team Slacker off. But like, it's just like this whole series has been so much fun. I don't even have anything else to say, so I'm perfectly content just kind of chilling in like in almost silence as I'm just
bouncing along the music over here.
Honestly, yeah, same. that last input was so fast. I legitimately did not have even a single frame to push the button for it. So V just fell flat on her face immediately. God, I forgot how cool the Watcher's sprites are of him like doing like that little whoosh with his arm sticking out to the back when he summons the crystal upward. It's so good. I love his design so much.
Oh, princess.
You fucking know it, baby.
Chomp.
It's what she deserves.
Hell yeah.
That was good. That was satisfying. Alright, let me hit the save crystal one more time, and then that'll be it. This was good. This is real good, though. I feel like... I don't know. I don't really have much else to say when it comes to, like, the fairness of that fight, or, like, how we can eventually do it, but it's like...
I think it
'cause
felt a little shitty, personally.
Yeah,
no,
throw yourself at it a little more.
Yeah. It's more so that I just didn't have any more... I don't have any more to say on how difficult it is, or how... because I've kind of already said my piece.
But I have plenty to say, and it's ass!
It really is just so, I don't know. It's... But
it's something we'll get back to once we've calmed down a bit about how much we're angry.
Yeah,
boy.
come back next time, do the fight
Yeah, in a
fresh,
couple
and
weeks
kill
we're
them on
like,
the
you
first
know
try
what?
like you
I
did
don't
with
feel as
Maki."
annoyed about them as I used to. Let's try again.
Now that I've gotten over my crippling anxiety, I can try and suffer through the PTSD.
Oh man, my favorite bit from the one, the what the fuck is the name? Viva Reverie or something, the animation channel that does like blank but really fast animation. One of my favorite bits from any of them is from the JoJo Part 4 one that's but really fast animation. It's like, weird feet stand is real and
It is coming for you!
it's so fucking good. Because it does, like, most of their descriptions that they do for part of those gags, like, actually sort of describe the stand, like, Adam Hart father, banana fairy camera. It's just, like, it's literally what it was. But, I don't know. But just that one is just, doesn't explain it at all. It just said they're
Coming for you!
and I just appreciate that. Sometimes you need a funny voice modulator, and it's good.
I know I need a funny voice modulator.
Man, this was a good stream, though. This was a good stream.
Good stream.
It was bazooka soup.
Bazooka soup. Bazooka soup. I think next time will be Underhero. I think it's finally time.
Woo!
Hell yeah.
It's
High time that Mr. Stitches makes his return.
so Mush, you weren't here for last time on
I
Underhero.
was not.
So to give you a quick summation on why I'm excited for it, in the Baron, which is the name of the boss of the next area, we found a bunch of portraits and history on him that implies that he was like a hero before Mr. Stitches was around, and that basically there's been like this never-ending supply of heroes beating villains, and that Mr. Stitches has actually been around a lot longer than people think that he has been, or something like that. And
Mysterious.
yeah, and the Baron was basically like killed and then given a new job in the afterlife by Mr. Stitches, and so there was a bunch of like really creepy portraits of Mr. Stitches in the Baron's mansion, and it's just, I want to know more about it, and if there's anything that I forgot, I'm pretty sure Zakori will be able to remind me, because they freaking love that game, and I'm just as excited to return to it as they are to see me return to it, because it's very cute, and I've missed its writing style and its jokes. And I'm gonna be sad to say goodbye to Bug Fables, quote, permanently, soon. But we might do something else with it. We might do a streamed. There is a code that we can. Oh fuck! You know what? we do have to come back to this though. I just realized that we didn't show off any of the menu codes like on stream. So if next time, even if we don't beat Stratos and Delilah, I have to show off the menu codes because they are genuinely one of my favorite parts of this game. So maybe one more Bug Fable stream, but maybe Under Hero between, because it's just, I want to get back to Under Hero. I like this game a lot, but like,
Yeah.
It's, I've loved doing this stuff with you guys. You can tell I'm kind of.
I've been having a good time.
I've been having a fantastic time. Thank you guys for sticking around super long, for watching me get my ass beat. And
Yes, thank you all.
yeah, and next time when we get to more bosses, I will be taking more suggestions for music because
I'm not sorry for stealing your joke, Duo.
Which joke was it? The Bazooka Soup one or the?
Yeah.
All right.
I feel no regret.
Neither
Anyway, good night.
do
viewers.
I. Good night.
See ya.